Oh, hello there, you lovely lot. Welcome back to another fantastic show here on Crafters TV. What a day we are having today. It is a launch party for you, something brand new over the next couple of hours. You saw it in our earlier wake-up call. You've absolutely loved it. Debbie is standing by and coming up with that in a few minutes. But before we do that, I've got to let you know what's happening in a couple of hours' time because Mark is back from Visible Image. How are you?
Great, thank you. Oh,
we had such an incredibly busy start to the day earlier, didn't we? Lots of stock gone, but everyone loving it. What can we expect from the hour a little later on today, Mark?
Well, we're going to do some daisies because this is an amazing daisy. I absolutely love this. So if you haven't seen this before, this is amazing. You'll love this one. So we're going to do some daisies demos. We're going to bring some bit more mixed media into our gorgeous bee.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, and we're also going to go afternoon tea, I think, later on as well.
Oh, wow. Like a hippie tea. I love it.
Yes.
Forget a chippy tea, a hippie tea. Something completely different. Right, we're really looking forward to seeing Mark a little bit later. That will be coming up for you at 4 o'clock here in the UK, which is 11 a.m. West Coast, 8 a.m. 11 a.m. East Coast, 8 a.m. over on the West Coast. I am just going to quickly run you through, though, the three main collections that you saw earlier because they are really going quickly. I'm not sure that they're going to last the day. So there's three different collections for you. This one is your summer days. You're paying for the 2 stamps. We're giving you the stencil free of charge, which is awesome. Half has already gone, though, just from that earlier show. So if you want that one particularly, you will need to be fast for it. The other one we have for you is this. It is your beach days. Who doesn't love a day at the beach? A third of the beach days has already sold out and gone. A lot of you have got that in your basket at the moment. And then we also have this one just here, Celebrations. A quarter of Celebrations has gone. You've got that afternoon tea in there and also this gorgeous one down here, which is your Anyone for Bubbles. Yes, please. And you've got the stencil there too. If you want to grab those before that later show, then absolutely do go and grab those. It's going to be a really, really busy show. But before that, I get a couple of hours with one of my favourite ladies. She's back. Debbie Robinson is here with me in the studio. How are you, Debbie? There's a lot of excitement online for this launch.
Oh, I'm not surprised because they are beautiful, intricate dies that offer you a variety of ways to use them because they are from our creator card range. Now, our creator card range says exactly what it is on that tin because they create lots of styles of cards, and Joe's going to show you some amazing different samples in a black and white variety to show you just how you can use them. The lovely thing how these have been designed is they've been designed to create a gatefold, and they are absolutely beautiful. And something a little bit different as well, because we've not just put one design in each one, we've put 2 designs in each one. So they offer you a variety of already straight away in one particular design, 3 different ways that you can use it before you even start to implement all the different ways that you can use these dies as well. So I'm going to run you through what we're going to be making through this show, the launch show. So we're going to start with how it's intended to create that beautiful gatefold, and you can see the lovely fun factor in these. You've got this lovely, this one I love, the zigzag. It's like that Harry Potter little zigzag across his forehead.
Oh, it reminds me of like a broken tile for some reason.
Yeah, honestly, just absolutely beautiful. And the fact of the matter is that they can create that lovely gatefold with ease. However, I did say we're going to show you different ways that you can use them. So different kinds of styles of cards. This is another one of the designs that we're going to use, and where you've created this fold back and you've got a really lovely fun shape with that one. Again, absolutely exquisite, and some brilliant ways to use these, which our Joe will show you coming along in a moment with those lovely black and white concepts.
Oh, I love that
what
one.
about a reversed, this is a reverse gatefold fold, and it's absolutely gorgeous, but you can see that lovely design on how they work. So it's not just the gatefold in the standard way that we'd expect it to be, because you've got the cut-in ability that doesn't cut out. So there's dies in here that will just cut in as well. You can use them on fronts of your cards, so you can see by, if I just turn that way, and then again I'm going to show you how to use it for that one. And again, this is from the same die set, but look, 2 different patterns, which are what I absolutely love. That yin and yang factor is absolutely beautiful. So we've got that one, and then again I'm going to show you more of an elongated fold back gatefold, we're going to call this one. And again, absolutely beautiful. We've got some lovely papers on the show as well, so we've got those coming up later on as well. And then we're going to finish off with, I love making boxes. I love making light-up boxes.
They don't call you Debbie Light-Up Box Robinson for nothing, do they?
And I know I might be predictable, but again, I just want to show you how fabulous these boxes, how you can cut into a box and absolutely stunning. So there's lots and lots of ways you can use them, and I will show you some other samples that our amazing design team have done as well, because there's some beautiful things that you can create with these. They are fabulous, they're versatile, they do all sorts of different things, all sorts of different styles of card making, scrapbook pages, box making, gift boxes, wraparounds. There's tons of ways you can use these fabulous dies. So for me, that's why I know you're loving them just as much as we do here at Crafters Companion.
Yeah, absolutely. They are brilliant. Lots of you went for them in the earlier Wake Up Call show, the little segment we did on them then. They're continuing to be very, very busy now. And you've got 6 amazing designs. I think the great thing about them is the versatility that they offer you, because you can put them together in the standard gatefold way in 3 different styles, because what you've got in each one are 2 different tiles, if you will, that will interchange. So that's really going to maximise the amount of options that you've got when it comes to constructing your project. So you've got your floral swirls, which is this one here. You're then going to receive your floral meadow. You see they've all got a slightly different mechanism or slightly different shape on that opening. This one just here is, I love this one. This is your lace and scroll that you have there. Then you've got this one, that one that we looked at a moment ago with like a broken tile. That's your opulent botanicals in that one. You are getting the different nesting dies as well within each and every one, and you can absolutely mix and match these together. This one here is then your classic lace as well, and the other one you're getting is this one. It is your deco vines that you've got in there. All 6 of them gives you 48 dies in total, $74.95 or $99.75. Now you can go for any 2 for £26 or $35 if you want to. So up to you. They are all available individually. What I will say though, the best way to get the best value is to get all of them together. A lot of you are tuning in already and commenting away, which we absolutely love. If you want to get in touch with us, you can. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you're over on YouTube. Sarah Brown's in, she says, hello my friends, Crafters TV, Debbie Jo and all the gang behind the scenes. Carletta's saying hi. Shadia's saying hello to Fab Debbie and Prince Joe from a snowflakey Ottawa. Oh, snowing. Nee says, hi from a chilly New Jersey. Gilmore is saying hi as well. Tamara is saying hi. Jennifer is in as well. We've got a new viewer as well. Susie Ford from Davison, Missouri. It's her first time here. She's very excited. Well, it's lovely to have your company. And Diane as well says, good morning, everyone. Just popped to check out these dies. Then I'm off to a doctor's appointment. Well, I hope it goes well. Right, Debbie, I know there's loads that you want to get into the next couple of hours. So where would you like to kick things off?
I'm going to kick things off how these dies were designed from Leanne and the team here at Crafters Companion. I mean, I don't know where they get their ideas from, but honestly, these guys just blow me away every single time we bring out a new launch. And these from the Creator Card range, just absolutely superb, but used in the way that they were intended, as in originally designed, which is that lovely gatefold. So they meet in the middle. Absolutely love them. I am going to draw your attention to, if I just made on the back of your packaging, there is a link here at the top. So it's not one of those QR cards or anything like that. It's a link, and it tells you exactly what to put in, the address to put in your internet bar. Pop that in, and that will take you directly to a page that's picture instruction as well as word instruction.
Oh, brilliant.
So it takes you down to the picture. If I get a chance later, I'll print it off and show you what it looks like. But it's very easy because it's a nice straightforward follow this, and this is how you'll create this lovely gatefold card. So that's a really nice one. Now, what I am going to draw your attention to is what you've shown, Joe, is this is the opulent botanicals that I'm using. And on here, you've got 3 different ways that you can use it straight away. Mix and match your designs with ease. That's exactly what this is. So you've got the 2 different designs which work together to create a beautiful different look. You can use one of the dies in both ways, because how they've been designed is that you flip reverse, it's exactly the same way. So you can create with one panel of the same design or the other design of the same design. So you've got 3 different ways that you can use them instantly. That's before you go into all those concepts that you have yet to show, Joe. Are you showing the concepts, Joe?
Not yet.
Yeah, well, when you show the concepts, we'll explain a little bit more, but I'm just going to show you how they were intended to be used. Now, these are big dies, so we're talking about 6 inches by 2.5, well, just shy of 3 inches is what I'm going to call them. And they've been designed. Now, I'm going to give you, that's the description of the gatefold dies themselves. But on the back, you've actually got some nested dies as well. So these are really nice. They have got lots of different where you can cut solids, you can cut into them, you can create little nested features as well. So do you know, for your sentiments, so when you want to add something to your card, you've got that as well. And I think that's a nice little feature, that, Joe, because normally we'd have just given you that. But we've not, we've given you more. So you've got more for your money. Is that what I like to describe it? Now, for this particular design, the one that I did this morning on the wake-up call, I actually used both designs. However, for this first demonstration, I'm just going to use the one design, so the one beautiful one. Now, the reason we've popped it into two pieces is because that bit cuts out. And I say all of it, it doesn't all cut out because this line here doesn't have an outside cutting edge.
Okey-doke.
This is the bit that's going to create that gatefold with ease and where you get that shaped factor as well, and then the decorative panel. But this big piece, separate to that piece, means that you can cut into cardstock where it doesn't cut anything out. So if you use that piece, that's when you can do your things like your gift boxes and your light-up boxes and all those kind of things. That's when you can use that piece on its own. So it's versatility. Now, the piece of cardstock that you're going to start with is 10 inches by 6 inches, and you score it at 3 inches and 7 inches. And that's how you can do that. But there's nothing to stop you from elongating it and taking it into other designs as well. So for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring in and show you how you do this. Now, make sure you've got a nice, crisp, burnished line. And when you fold it over, it actually looks like, it doesn't, when you look at it, you're thinking, well, that's not a gatefold. But it's designed that way so that the gatefold, and it folds in on itself. It's designed that way, and it'll come more self-explanatory when I show you how to use it. So I'm going to split this up for a second, and I'm going to bring in this particular die. Now, the outside that hasn't got the cutting edge, I am going to lean in like so onto that first score line, and I'm just going to bring it just underneath it, so just literally underneath there, and then pop that onto the top. Now, when I do that, Joe, and I'm going to make sure I've got some low-tack tape, because it's very important to lay your low-tack tape down, because if you don't, it's going to move and it'll spoil the design, and that's the last thing you want to do. So I'm just going to make sure I've got that into place, top to bottom. And the reason I've chose the 10 by 6 means that I have got that perfect alignment so that this design will work beautifully with. So again, I'm just going to pop that on, Joe, on both sides.
So your inner edge, the edge that's not cutting, is that laying directly over your score line or just outside your score line?
I'll show you. So, score line.
Yep.
The edge just over that score line and just sits right on the neck of it. Is that the right way to describe it?
Perfect.
So if you was doing a solid, and let me just say as well, you do not have to do this both at the same time.
Right.
You can actually cut your solid piece out first and then lay that over the top if you feel more comfortable to do that. Because I know that for some people that would be quite, not challenging, but a little bit scary to do. But because obviously I want to try and get through all the demos, I'm just going to go straight in for the whole of it. I have got some pieces that I've already pre-cut because, as always, on live TV, things can go wrong. So I'm just going to pop that in. Now, there's nothing to stop you from taking the other die, but obviously for this particular design, I'm going in with just one pattern. But there's nothing to stop you from lining up and doing exactly the same thing. So you just repeat it on the other side, and you can die cut that all in one go. But I'm going to use just one of those lovely designs to create the same pattern. So I'm going to show you something different that I did from this morning. This morning, I actually used both pieces and did it that way to cut out the different patterns. But I only wanted to do the one design for this one. Now, all of these will fit through your midi, junior and upwards. Not the mini, Debbie, not the mini. There's no way that's going to go through your mini. But yes, so they are being designed to work from your A5 machines upwards, and not just your Gemini, of course. They're going to work with other machines as well. But obviously, you get the optimum results, as we always say, with our Gemini die cutting machine. So I'm just going to take off my tape. And literally now, when you take that off, I'm just going to give it a little release. Do you know what I'm thinking these would be nice for? Paper piecing as well, Joe.
Wow.
Absolutely delicious with the paper piecing element. So you just need your, is it the release, what do we call them officially? The release sheets, aren't they?
Hold and release sheets?
Hold and release sheets.
Yes, we've got those. They're available. They're actually on this show, so you can grab them if you want to.
Well, didn't know that. Didn't know that.
They're ingenious, aren't they, those?
They are ingenious. They're very, very cleverly designed by Sarah, Leanne and the team there. So again, now you can see, and do you know what, Joe? Even just using the one part looks really beautiful. So on the edge of your cards and things like that, that'll look lovely. I've just gone back over though with my bone folder just to give it a nice little crisp score. And again, just looks beautiful. Even in white, look how decorative that looks.
Really beautiful.
Stunning, absolutely stunning. Now, obviously, when you turn this over, you're just going to pop it onto the other side. But when you look at it again on the same angle, and I'm just going to pop it there, and I'll show you what I mean. So let me just turn that over in on itself. You can see that it fits perfectly into each other. So that means that when you're doing this, you're never going to go wrong, Joe, because all you're going to do is line the edge that doesn't have the outside cutting part onto that fold line again. And then, in fact, you know what? I'll do it in the one piece to start with. You know, I said you could do it in 2 pieces. Well, we've got time. It is the launch show after all. Well, I'll show you. So I'm just going to pop that down like so, and just run that through my die cutting machine. Let's pop that on. Normal combination for your thin metal dies, that's all it is. So there's nothing fancy, no extra shims or anything like that. I suppose it would depend on the cardstock that you're using. If it was a coated cardstock, like glitter cardstock, you might need to put your metal shim in.
Okay,
it just depends on the cardstock that you're using. So I'm just going to run that through. There we go. 18 seconds always feels like 300 minutes when you're live on air. It's not that quick, it's very, very quick, but it always feels a lot longer. So what I mean now, Joe, is that if not to do it in 2 pieces, if you want to do it in 2 parts, this is how you could do this. I'll take that off and take that. Let's just remove that one. So now you've got a solid, and you've also got your lovely decorative piece as well. Now I'm going to just show you now, to create that lovely panel, you're just going to pop that on and run that through your machine again, and you'll end up with 2 pieces that look like this and meet in the middle. And absolutely stunning. So there's 2 ways you can do it. You can do them separate, and then Debbie, get that right. Separate with the solid piece, then the decorative element, or you can go in with both pieces at the same time. But you'll end up with this result that meets in the middle. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use, and I'm always making backgrounds. You know how much I love a background.
Oh, that's really good, adorable.
And do you know this is only using our ink pads, fuchsia, parakeet and lemon tonic to create that. And I've done a little bit of faux bleaching.
They're like the holy trinity of the ink pads.
Well, of course they are. I mean, three of my favourite colours. I absolutely love those colours. And I've just given it a little faux bleaching. Now I want to create my panel that's going to sit behind the back of there. So rather than doing any paper piecing, I thought I'd choose a nice bright colour. So what you're just going to do, Joe, and I'll just do it with the one. Actually, I don't have to do it with the one because I've got 2 pieces. I could actually run them side by side and have a little bit spare for something else as well. But I quite like the idea of having similar colours on either side. So let's bring that in. Let's put those pieces down. I'm going to take it up to the very edge as well. So because there's no die cutting edge, I'm going to pop that onto the edge of my piece. But if you want to get more out of your cardstock, then push it closer together. Doesn't that look funky like that?
I like your little centre section that you're going to create there as well.
I know, I was just looking at that thinking I might use that for something else. So I'm just going to run that through, Joe, and what that does is create me panels. So rather than doing the paper piecing, although if you love the paper piecing element, especially with those hold and release sheets, that's the right title, hold and release sheets, you could be doing that. You could put that solid piece on there, run it through with the die cut, and then literally pick out those pieces and slot them back into place. That would look beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So again, I'm just going to take that off, and now what's that has done has cut me 2 perfect panels and a nice little piece that I could use for something else. Let me just take me, where's me, there it is. Get me tape off. And again, it's cut me 2 panels and a lovely centre one as well. Look at that. How gorgeous is that? I'm going to save that for something else.
That's fab, isn't it?
And then I've got now, these will sit behind the back of both of my panels. So let me just take that off, move that to one side. And now you can see they fit beautifully around the back. Like so.
Fabulous.
So you're not having to try and measure it, cut it out. That,
I mean,
you know,
it's so easy, isn't it?
Makes it, honestly, so easy. So for that, I'm going to use my dotty tape pen, and it gives it a really lovely, bright colours, nice, lovely little feature around the back panel of it. And I'm just going to sit that up to the edge of where the decorative piece is. And I know that that sits there perfectly now on that inside. And I'm just going to repeat that on the other side.
A lot of love coming in for these already, Debbie. Robbie says, good morning. These gatefold dies are so unusual. I love them. They are different, aren't they? There's not really anything, I've never seen anything like these out there before. Tammy says, I'm loving these dies before I've even seen this demo. And Nee says the gatefolds and their shaped openings are unique but lovely. The great thing is as well, if you've not seen them as a crafter, what it means is when you gift these as well, Debbie, no one else will have seen them. People will be thinking, gosh, how unusual, how different is that?
Yeah, and it does look a different. And the fact of is the lovely shape. The shapes are lovely. You've got curved, you've got these zigzags. Every one of them offer you something different. There's nothing to stop you as well from, you know, mix and matching the designs up. So all I'm going to do, Joe, is I'm just going to line it. Now, I've took this from my Spring Fever paper pads. Do you know the Spring Fever paper pad that we have? Don't know if it's on the show, but it's one that I've just picked up, and I've just inked it with a little bit of parakeet round the edge. So I took me ink applicator and went round the edge just to lift it, rather than doing some matting layering. It gives it a little bit of a frame. So I'm just going to pop that into the centerpiece like so. Let's just pop that in.
Very, very busy, Debbie, as we knew it would be on this brand new launch. It's your first time you've had a chance to get your hands on these today here on Crafters TV, and it is going quickly. The best way to get the best value is to go for all three of them together. Remember, you can get any two though for £26 or $35. So if you want to cherry pick them, mix and match them, absolutely you can. I think you'll do that thing though, Debbie, whereby you get a couple home and you think, oh gosh, I really wish I'd have got all of them.
Yes, yeah,
You'll want
absolutely.
all of them.
Absolutely. And then you've got all these dies as well, Joe, so I'm just going to bring these out. When I say all these dies, look how many, you're getting 4 extra nesting dies at the back. So I'm just using the solid panel to create myself a solid piece like so. But I actually used Find Beauty in Every Day, and that sentiment is from the Nitwit collection. That's what I've used, and I've just edged it with a little bit of the parakeet, so some of the colours that I've used in my card design, just to bring it all in line with each other. And I'm just going to find my foam pads, Joe. Let me grab hold of a foam pad or two.
Stephen says these will be fabulous for my invitation makes. I mean, they will be brilliant for invitations.
Do you know if you make, I mean, I've done it before. I've been commissioned to do wedding invites and things like that in the past. I don't do it now, so please don't ask me.
Well, you're the second person that's mentioned wedding. We were talking about weddings the other day with Debbie Fisher, and she went, "Oh, Joe, whatever you do, please don't ask me to make your wedding invitations."
Well, I did it, but I've had a few encounters with some. I'll say it politely. Bridezillas.
Yeah.
And do you know when you tell them and they tell you how many they want, and you go and buy your card stock, and to be fair, I use a pearlescent card stock. It always sends you a pearl, and then you buy the card stock in, and then can you make another 20? I'm like, do you not know how long it took me to make these? I'm like, oh my days. So yes, I've encountered a few bridezillas, so no, I don't do them anymore.
Right, well that's you off the list then.
However,
I've only got sort of Craig left on it now. Craig and Michelle, that's it. I'm down to the last 2 now. I mean, I'll have to find someone to marry first, Debbie.
That's exactly it, Joe. That's exactly it. So when you find someone to... I mean, I might change your mind by then. Who knows? Who knows? Now, I've just taken some of my flower... Do you know flower designs? This is from the Hydrangea Garden. Hydrangea set. So I'm just going to pop on now a little piece or two. I'm going to like my little leaves. I would use me hot glue gun, but guess what I forgot to do?
Should I was asking what cardstock you use for the background piece, Debbie?
These pieces, so this was watercolour cardstock with my, with water inks, with water reactive inks on. This cardstock is the multi-purpose, all-purpose white card. Multi-purpose, I got it right, didn't I? I should have stuck with the multi-purpose. The multi-purpose cardstock that we've now renamed. It used to be called the white stamping card. It's now multi-purpose cardstock. Just going to add a little ribbon just in the top corner. And there you go. You've got your beautiful, gorgeous, where it joins in the middle, but you've got that lovely gatefold element and something that little bit different. Just absolutely beautiful. I love these. They are so versatile. And I know, Joe, you have got some cards to show us just how versatile these actually are.
Yes.
They're incredible.
Absolutely, I have. Let me just run you back through the designs that you are getting in here then. Floral swirls are the first one you've got just there. All different middle nesting dies as well to go with each of these. You've got the floral meadow. You will also get the lace and scroll. This one here is the opulent botanicals. And you've then got the classic lace. And remember, you're also going to receive this one as well, which is the Deco Vines, as you can see just there. Right. let me share with you some of the different ideas that you can do, because I think you all can all see, you know, the way they're intended to put these together. Actually, do you know what, Debbie? I think if you just made them up in the way they were intended, all the different designs with all the different backgrounds, they would be absolutely worth it. But it is lovely, isn't it, when a product offers you lots of versatility. And there's some really simple concepts here. How beautiful is that? I mean, would be very quick to put that together without a matte layer on the side panel. You could put a matte layer on that side there if you wanted to. Here, done very simply again, that's what I would be thinking with an invitation, Debbie, with just that very plain printed invite background in the back there. Oh, sorry, you just got a bit of belly there, didn't you? That was all you need. Put you right off your muesli if you're over on the West Coast. Sorry about that. But think about having these in boxes. This reminds me of, you know the band Kiss? Yes. You know the emblem, the logo for Kiss? That's what it really reminds me of. And then also doing them like this. Also thinking about putting them in these kinds of panels. There's no reason it has to be two of the same design. I know they're both from the same design there, but you could actually just have a selection of the different random designs if you wanted to, would be another way of using it. Then we also move into this. Love this style of card. Again, thinking about putting them on the inside of your cards too is definitely something else that you can do with a pop-out style. This one here is very clever, just using it as a cut-in panel on something like an easel card. Really cool way to use that. Then using it as a full panel, again, on a different style of easel card, another way of using it. There really are so many different ways. Doing it as a gatefold, but just leaving it plain and having it as a cut-in, as your gatefold cut-in, another way there. This one here, again, using it as a tent fold, but using the two panels separated. This could be another way of using it. I love this one. I think this one is super cool. Here, using it as a side fold, keeping it a bit shorter though. How cool is that, Debbie? Really gorgeous. I mean, that's without even putting anything in the background. You think about starting to put your matte layers behind there and then all of your different backgrounds that you could be using. And that one, again, very simple there. But again, absolutely beautiful. I mean, that really is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to using these. I think the more you play with them, the more you get them home, the versatility you're going to get from them is amazing. And because you can make them look so different in all of the different concepts, and that's what makes them such great value for money. $74.95 or $99.75 is your price. If you are a platinum member, of course, you're all getting some sort of Club Inspired discount. You're looking at under £60 or under $80, which is fantastic value for money. I'm very, very busy. Lots of you, again, going for these in this hour. Some other bits that you might want to go for with these: 120 sheet Centura Pearl and Glitter Card Essential Collection. This will be great because it's going to enable you to create those wonderful back panels. So if you want to pop a colour coming through, whether it is your Centura or your glitter card, these would be a great thing to have there. $36.99 or $61.99 for those ones. We also have your 12 by 12 textured card collection. It's a buy one, get one half price here on this. $29.98 or $37.42 if you want to get a hold of those. Let's show you this next picture because it's hilarious. Oh, these look so exciting.
What's that?
This is your, I'm going to show you these live. Oh, the thing is though, they don't look like that in the packet. They have actually got Crafter's Companion written on them. Oh, no. It's your paper piecing hold and release sheets. These ones just here. I'll give you the details again for these. Here they are, $7.99 or $9.95. You get a 10 sheet pack there. These allow you to hold all of your elements in place when you've run it through. So if you do want to paper piece them, then you absolutely will be able to do that as well. Lots of you chatting away, loads of comments still coming in. Sarah Brown says also, no mistakes with these if you actually make an Australian card. Absolutely, because they go either way around. You can't make an Australian card. Nee says, Debbie, non-creative people don't see the work going into making cards and wedding invites to boot. Nee says if someone isn't creative, they don't understand the amount of effort that goes into a wedding invite.
True, that is very true, because there is a lot of effort that goes into making wedding invitations and wedding. There's a lot of effort, a lot of time. When I did my first commission, it took me 2 weeks to do 90.
Wow.
90, and then she came back and asked for those 28 20 extras and I just wanted to decor is what I wanted to do.
You wanted
But I
to deco
didn't. I
one.
didn't.
Love
No,
that.
I just smiled sweetly and I went, of course I can. Don't be a professional at all times.
Just for anyone in the States that doesn't get what Deca 1 means, is there a...
A little.
Gaffy says, I made all 3 of our children's wedding invitations along with their nieces and nephews. Each of them needed more than 100. That all happened before I knew about Crafter's Companion. It will be so much easier now. Yes, it would.
Yes.
These would definitely make it easier. I want to tell you about a couple of other things in the show that you guys have found online and you're loving. These are some of the half-price craft kit deals that we have left over still from the UK warehouse clearance. Lots of them went, but we do still have some of them available. You've got your credit card panels, which is this one here. $9.99 if you're a platinum member. I mean, worth getting them just for the papers and the ribbons and the gems for that price. Amazing value.
Wow.
We also have the Sentiment Edgeables there in there too. $12.49 or $9.99, and there's a whole host of other ones of those still available over on the website, so make sure you head over there, hit that shop the day button, and of course you'll see all the products that are available throughout the entirety of the day here on Crafters TV, so definitely pop over there and have a look at those. But more inspiration from Debbie. Which one are we going to look at next, Debbie?
The classic lace. And again, I'm going to show you that cutting in factor this time rather than using them as a gatefold. What I wanted to get through on this show and this launch show is that yes, they've been designed to make those gorgeous gatefolds easy, and I mean easy because you've just seen me do that with that first one, but I want to show you from the creator card point of view just how many different ways that you can use them as well, which for me, and I know I must sound like a broken record, and I'm not going to apologise because I am a canny crafter. Back in the day, I wanted to buy everything and anything, and I didn't care what it did, and that's what I used to literally just buy. Now, these days, I'm a little bit more cautious in how I buy things, and if it offers me more than one thing, it's one of those great big ticks as to why I need it and why I want it and why I'm going to have it, and that's what these do from the creator card range. Yes, they've got that gorgeous gatefold element to them, but they are so versatile, and that's what I'm going to show you now. So with that cutting in element, I am just going to use, and from the classic lace you've got 2 different designs. Again, on each of the packaging it's exactly the same. 3 different ways that you can use them, how to do them with your gatefolds. Don't forget you've got your little on the back of your packaging, the little website address that you just pop in. It's from our inspiration one, but you just tap all that in. If you tap that information in, you can get straight to that step-by-step instruction. But I am going to use just the 2 parts of the dies. So I'm not going to use the outside cutting edges, and I'm not going to use these just yet. What I am going to do is just bring in these 2 elements, because now there's no outside cutting edge at all. It means that you've got this lovely feature where you can create your fancy patterns and not necessarily always facing in. What about turning them around and having them facing that way?
Nice.
And that's what I'm going to do with these. So I have taken a piece of, now this is double-sided Centura Pearl, and it's from the A3 range. This is actually the... is it the...
Is it hint of silver?
No, I think it's the... Is it fresh white?
Fresh white,
Fresh white, yes, it's a fresh white. And all I've done with it is it's cut it to 12 inches by 7 inches and then scored it down the centre. But you'll actually see that I've popped a couple of little pencil marks in the centre. I've just left myself an inch gap. And if I just bring this in to the 7 inches, it's between the 3 inch and the 4 inch that I've pencil marked it off, just so that I can line my dies up when I'm die cutting it. And like I said, I'm going to have a little bit of a different feature into the card. Rather than facing inwards, which they will face beautifully, and you can see fit beautifully together, perfectly designed to work together. So if you wanted to put those in together to create a different style of card, that's how you would do that one. But I am literally reversing it, and they are going to sit on the inside of those lines. And like I said, this is what I love about this die range. Versatile, beyond versatile, so many different ways you can use them, and that's why they are an absolute, I just adore them, absolutely adore them. Now I think the craft along for this, we were talking about this, me and producer Georgina, we think it'll be sometime in June.
And maybe a light up box?
Well, I'm hoping I get it, because honestly, these, I hope the powers that be are listening, just because I've got so many different ideas, and I think this would make a fabulous show where we could actually do tons of different things with it. But again, honestly, I think I might have to go and have a little word with Brent after the show.
Go and have a little word after
Yeah,
the show.
I might have a word
See
with
what
him.
he can do.
See what I can do. So I'm just going to run that through now with both of the dies on at the same time. Nature of the dies, sometimes you might need to put a second cut through. We'll have a look. I'm going to have a little look when we turn going through the one pass of the machine. But honestly, these are just gorgeous, and I know when you get them home you're going to think of all sorts of different ways that you're going to be able to use them as well. So I'm just going to turn that over. Perfect, perfectly die cut in that one pass. So I am going to lift off my tape like so, and then the die, I mean, look at that, straight away, straight off, one lift, the one pass of the machine, and both of these dies, they're just absolutely exquisite. I love the patterns of all of them as well. They're all for something that little bit different. And if you've noticed, we had that zigzag one first. This is more like the wavy one.
Yeah, it's cute,
really
isn't it?
beautiful. Yeah, absolutely. And again, look at that, just like a dream. Through that Centura Pearl, 310 quality there, and two dies, different dies, side by side, run through your Gemini, and just look how exquisite that looks. Cut through straight away, so you could be putting things like vellum through the back, different coloured cardstock, or simply just leave it as it is, because all I'm going to do with mine, Joe, gosh, I nearly forgot what I wear then. I'm going to completely call you something different.
What are we
then.
going to call me then?
I've got Dean in my head. Don't ask me
Dean?
why. Don't ask me
Wow.
why. I just honestly don't know why Dean
don't even
was
have
in my
any
head.
Deans.
What?
We
No?
haven't even got any Deans.
No, I've been speaking to Dean though. I've been speaking to Dean today from the warehouse because I placed an order with Mark.
You what?
Mark and Helen. I placed an order.
Oh, okay. And you
So I
going to
got
pick it
straight
up?
front blower because I'm up here for 2 days. I thought, I wonder if they can just get hold of it for me
Right.
quite quickly. So I've been talking to Dean. So I don't know why Dean came into my head, but I was chatting to him before the show, so probably that's what it is. Producer Georgina thought I was thinking of a different Dean. I know which Dean you were thinking of. The Dean that we used to work with. Yes, I thought so. No, not that Dean, no. Now, I've taken some, I'm saying paper, this is from the Country Lane pad. Now then, have we got the Country Lane on the show today?
Not on the show today. No, it is available on the website though.
Yep, absolutely. So you'll be able to go and check that out. That Country Lane paper pad is just divine. It's absolutely beautiful. Oh, what if we've got the vellum?
Got the Country
Producer
Lane vellum,
Georgina.
could use that.
Yes, you could be using the vellum in the same way. You'll just get a different translucency feel to it. So I think that would look quite nice.
Down the bottom of your screen.
Yep. Oh, look, perfect. Yeah, and that would fit beautifully on there as well. So that's my inside panel because I just wanted to lift it with a little bit of colour. But I think that looks really pretty. Now, I'm going to show you another little way that you can do. So using that same paper pad, I've taken 2 strips. Now, I've made these perfectly bigger because I want to fit around here a bit of decorative paper. I've got a panel for the centre. Now I'm going to call you Mark then because I can see Mark in the right corner of my eye getting ready, and I was going to call you Mark then.
Oh.
I'm so sorry, Joe. I don't know what's wrong with me today.
Oh, Keith
Because
called me.
I could see Mark in the eye line getting ready.
Yesterday, Keith called me Craig, Paul. What else? He called me Dean. All sorts yesterday.
Oh, we're calling you that. Keith.
Yeah.
God love him.
Called me everything.
So sorry about that, Joe. I know exactly who you are. I just
You
need to
haven't
make
called
sure
me
that
Ben
I'm
yet
looking...
today.
You what, love?
You haven't called me Ben yet. I mean, we're 38 minutes in.
Well, do you know what? I've forgotten who Ben is. I know he's my TV hipster, but I haven't worked with him for donkeys.
Yeah, he's
I
back
can't remember
now.
the last time I worked with him. And I genuinely don't know when I'm going to work with him again because they seem to be keeping us apart for some reason. I know.
Well, that's not good.
Little love heart to my lovely Ben. Although I saw that lovely picture of you.
So, did anyone see? Did anyone see the artwork that went out for the picture that went out for the UK warehouse clearance? No one's really questioned it, Debbie. But there was a picture of me that went out, but it was my head on Ben's body. That was why it looked very strange, because I didn't have any pictures.
I questioned it to you, didn't I? I messaged you.
Yeah, well, there was no pictures of me in the UK warehouse clearance items. I only had sort of American ones. So they just decided to put my head on Ben's body, but I think the ratio was a little bit out as well between the head and the body. So the head looked really big and the body looked really small. So Debbie, I'll tell you what exactly what Debbie said. Let me get it up because it's hilarious.
I messaged him straight away.
She said, I'll read it to you. She said, may I say, you look blooming smoking, and then sent me a picture of it. To which I replied, it's not my body, Debbie. Blah, 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 blah. And then Debbie replied, oh dear Lord, you've been superimposed on someone else's body. Christ on a bike, what's going on?
Well, when I looked at it, I'm thinking, goodness me, when did you do that photo shoot? Because you don't wear waist jackets,
No,
your
I never
waistcoats.
wear
It's our Ben that wears the waistcoats. And I'm thinking, it does look a little bit like Ben's body, but I didn't want to insult you, Joe. So I thought I'll just send that message, because I'm thinking, I'm sure that is like a superimposed head on that body. But didn't half make me chuckle, it really did.
Very funny.
It was very funny. Right, Joe, so going back to those two strips, you know I said I've got my little piece for the centre part. I want to fit a decorative panel around here, but I don't want to start measuring it out, drawing it, trying to cut it, and I don't have to because I've got these two fabulous dies that I can use to position that into place. So I've just cut myself a couple of little strips. I'm going to take those and tape those down on both sides. I've still got that image of you on Ben's body there now. But yeah, I'm just going to pop those onto there like so. And what that does, it means I've got now a perfectly positioned panel. When I run that through, and I'm just going to run that through and I've got it onto my smaller plates this time to speed things up a little bit. But yeah, this is going to cut out the perfect panel, and then you can cut it down to size. So that's why I've done it on a bigger piece, because I can then position it and then trim it into place.
Perfect.
So depending on how, I suppose, really the size of the card that you're using, but this is how you would do it. So I'm just going to lift those up a second and I'll show you, because now it's cut out the perfect pieces that will sit into the panels like so. And then all you do is, and I'll show you how I did mine. I got myself a little pencil. Oh, Debbie, what are you doing with your pencil? Oh, hang on a minute, Joe. I've got one. I'll pinch one from here. Get your little pencil, position it into place before you glue it, mark it off top and bottom, and then snip that down to size using your guillotine. So if I just grab hold of one of our guillotines, just to show you what I mean. And that way, then you've got the perfect panel that sits. All right, so let's just set that off for a second. Just move that out of the way
Nee
for a
says,
second.
Lol, that is what the picture was. No wonder, but I just couldn't put my finger on it, she said. There was something amiss.
Absolutely. Now, look, that now fits into there perfectly, Joe. So that's how I would do that to create that perfect panel. The only difference that I've done with mine is I've literally taken an ink. Now, I've used because of the colours of the paper, I've used the crushed velvet again and gone round the edges, just literally lift that, and it gives it a nice little distressed look without having to do any matting and layering, but it makes it pop that little bit more. Let me just pop that down there and add that to it.
Gorgeous George of the Joystick said, but I do look good in a waistcoat. I don't. I look like a blancmange in a waistcoat. Ben looks great in a waistcoat.
Yeah,
in that picture I look great.
I don't see you in. I've never seen you as a waistcoat
the
man.
reason I don't wear a waistcoat, Debbie, because they're not for me.
Are they not for you?
They don't suit my shape.
Bless you. Ooh,
I would look good in a waistcoat if I had someone else's body, is what the picture demonstrates.
Oh, Joe.
I'm going to put the waistcoat on in the break. I think there's one in the. I think
Has Ben left one? I would have said
in the green room, and we can compare the picture. We'll do before and after.
Because Craig wears waistcoats now and again, doesn't he? Hey, I thought I saw you in your foil press one yesterday.
Oh yeah, we had foil press shirts right yesterday.
I thought I saw you in that. Yeah, I thought I saw you in your lovely. Yours is blue, isn't it? Craig's is purple. Is that the right way around?
Mine's blue. Yeah, we had a foil press masterclass yesterday afternoon, which was really cool. Make sure you go back and check that out if you missed it. Amy O says, I'm sensing a new Play Your Crafts Right game. Instead of combining faces, it could be whose face is on whose body.
Oh no, George, no, get that out your head. No. Name the naughty. Name the crafty tune.
Were you here that week, Debbie? When you
No.
had to play? It was Debbie Fisher. We played the theme tunes for all our different shows, and you had to try and guess what show it was from.
Oh, God, no.
In reality, sounds quite easy, doesn't it?
No, not at all.
Really?
No, not at all.
difficult, 'cause
Not for
you've
me,
got
it's
to
not.
try and decipher which one is from which show. I just said wake up call for nearly everyone. And Debbie says everyone was Monday Makers. It came to Monday Makers, she put something else.
Oh, God, I bet that was a good game. I missed
was a
that
good
one.
game.
Oh, no, we've done the superimposed faces, haven't we?
We have.
Jeez, no, don't want to do that again. That was a bit weird to see yourself with somebody else's features.
Were you on there?
I was on there, yes.
Who were you mashed up with?
I think I was mashed up with Becky Swan.
Right.
I think it was Becky Swan's hair and my face. Very weird. It's very weird to see yourself like that. It really is. But good fun. Good fun.
Lillian says, Joe, I didn't even notice it wasn't your body. Hats off to the tech digital peeps. Joe and Debbie, I couldn't tell, says Nee.
I just straight away, I'm thinking, that is not my jaw. That's not my jaw. And I thought, no. But I thought, rather than insult you, I thought I'd send you that message. I didn't want to say...
Really busy still on this launch. Debbie, it's getting busier and busier as we go through this.
I'm not
I think the more
surprised.
demos you do, the more people see how they're going to be able to use them.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see now, I'm just going to position that into place, how beautiful that looks with that lovely decorative feature running down the side. I just love these. They're absolutely fabulous. So the only thing I'm going to finish it off with, Joe, is you've got those lovely nesting dies, and this one's a really beautiful one. I cut the solid one out with white card, and then I used some copper-coloured, do you know our glitter sheets? This is our copper one that I've used. And then stamped inside there with the sending love. So you've got lots of sentiments in your stash. I know you have, from all sorts of different collections that we have. You'll find something that fits, that suits the occasion that you're sending this in. I'm going to pop that into the centre, and then I'm just going to finish that off with a matching bow, and I've gone with a purple bow, because obviously I've got a bit of purple in the papers. Now then, do I have it at the top? Do I have it at the bottom? Do you know what? Let's see if I can wiggle that up a little bit. Oh, that were good. So just push that up a little bit higher, and then I'll just have that sat underneath. And there you go. You've got yourself another different kind of card. Now this one sits, let me just open that up, sits in there, so you've cut that lovely cutout feature, like so, but looks absolutely beautiful.
Debbie,
and again, just a different way.
Would you show us that side by side, the first card you did? Because I just want you to see just how they're so different, aren't they, those two cards?
Yep.
You think the two cards that you've just created from the same set of dies,
you mean that one?
you would never know. They look totally different.
Yeah, and that's the versatility of these dies. These come, the decorative gatefold come from the Creator Card range, and Creator Card, as you know from Crafter's Companion, they just offer you so many different things. I remember back in the day when we first launched Creator Cards, it was just a one set die that created a card. What we've done as time's developed on and as the years have gone on with this range is that we've started to think about how many different ways you can use it, and by splitting the dies up, so by separating the outer die to the inner die, it gives you the craftability to get really creative with them, and that's what I love about these. These are just sensational. I absolutely love them, and I can't wait to get started with some more demonstrations.
Absolutely. Let me just recap then exactly what you are getting included. Very busy. Far and away, the best way of getting hold of them, or the most popular way of getting hold of them, is to go for that full collection, details of which are there on your screen. So you've got the floral swirl in here. You're getting the two outside edge dies and the two panel dies, and then those nesting frames that go into the centre there. So lots of different options when it comes to composition. Even when just using them as a gatefold, you've got the three different ways of putting them together there, as you can see. So that's the floral swirl. You will also get the floral meadow. This is your lace and scroll. You've then got the opulent botanicals, and also there is your classic lace. The other one you're going to get, of course, is this one, your deco vines that you've got there. Very busy. $74.95, $99.75 gets you all 6 of those brand new dies, which is amazing. Now, talking of very busy, Visible Image is so busy over on the website at the moment. The lovely Mark will be back with us, of course, at 4 o'clock here in the UK. So make sure you come and join us for those. I want to go through them again and just share with you exactly what you are getting. So this one here is your summer days, which is giving you your the daisies, which are so cool, which are these ones just here. The amount of things that you can do with those is brilliant. And also the bee. You guys have absolutely loved this collection so far today. Over half of the stock of this collection, actually 60% now of this collection is gone. I don't think this will make it onto the end of this show, this particular one. You're getting both the stamp sets and then you are getting the stencil free of charge in there, $23.98 or $34.77. The next one is the beach days, which you guys again are loving. Let me show you just some of the stuff that you can do with these. Look at how cool that one is there. A little sand between your toes always takes away your woes, doesn't it just? Again, you go for 2 of the stamps, you're getting the stencil for free. In there, 35% of that one has gone. And then we also have the celebrations here too. And this one, of course, gives you the afternoon tea and the anyone for bubbles. That one is now at a third as well. So very, very busy across those. There are some corresponding dies that go with those as well. I'm just going to grab them for you, which a lot of you are choosing to go for. And it's these here. So you've got, they are kind of broken down to go into the individual collections, but they work across all 3 of the dies will work across any of the collections of the stamps and stencils. You've got the broken mesh, which is this one just here. You also have the framed fibres, or you can go for the torn fishnets. Busy across all of these. Half of all of them have gone now, so you will need to be quick for those. We have a lot less of these than we do of the actual stamps and stencils themselves. I think you all need an opportunity to get your baskets checked out. It is very, very busy over on the website. So whilst you do that, let's share with you one of our fantastic quick buys.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Make light work of intricate and delicate die-cutting designs with the Pokey Tool from Crafter's Companion. An absolute essential part of any paper crafter's kit, its precise tip has been designed to release the tiniest pieces to reveal your finished results with absolute precision. And to make sure your finished project is perfect, each Pokey Tool has a rubber tip protector, so there's no risk of damaging your die-cutting design or yourself. The Crafter's Companion Pokey Tool is such an essential craft item, we've included 2 in each set. Quick Buy, get yours now.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Achieve crisp, precise, and perfect die-cutting results every time with the Gemini Accessories Plastic Shim. The idea behind the plastic shim is that it creates a thicker plate combination, offering an even more precise die-cutting result with each pass. Simply pop a plastic shim between your cutting plates and then roll through your Gemini die cutting machine and voila! An amazing precise cut every time. Plastic shims work really well with detailed or thin metal dies. So if intricate cutting is your thing, then the Gemini Accessories Plastic Shim is your best friend. Quick Buy, get yours now.
Wow, so busy. Lots of you checking out there under that piece of video. Remember, it is your first day you've had to get your hands on these brand new gatefold dies. Debbie, without further ado, I know you've got loads that you want to get through, haven't you? So without further ado, back to you. What one are we going to look at next?
Deco vines. So this one's a gorgeous one again. Each single die set offers you a different configuration, a different shape. So you've got not only 2 different decorative panels in, but you've also got different designs in the way that the gatefold would fold in. So again, lots of different ways that you can use them, offers you all sorts of different opportunities. And the reason that I'm doing this launch show with different styles of cards is to show you that versatility. Yes, they make beautiful, gorgeous gatefolds, but there's so much more you can do with them as well. And if you're anything like me and a canny crafter, that's exactly what you want. You want different configurations. And again, we're showing you the 2 different panels, the 2 together from that particular design, the 2 together from that particular design. And again, on the back, more instructions. It's exactly the same. So no matter whether you're going for one or all of them, you're going to get yourself all that same inspiration. So with that in mind, I am only going to use and I call it like an Art Deco-y feel. So you've got the vines in this side, but the deco feel on this side. And I love that Art Deco style. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to use both of those dies.
Debbie, as well, especially on something like this, nothing to stop you using the gatefold technique without the cut-in panel, is there?
Exactly, yeah.
And actually just having maybe a matte and layer on there
Yeah.
or a popping set, anything else you want over. You don't have to necessarily use the 2 together.
Exactly. And I love, do you know the extra feature, which I just think we didn't have to do, but I think is a lovely addition to this Create a Card range, is these beautiful nesting dies that match as well.
Absolutely.
I think that's a lovely little touch that we've done with them. So it offers you so much more. Now, this particular cardstock, now I've used our multi-purpose cardstock again. It's literally the white stamping card. So if you've got white stamping card, that's all this is. And it measures at 11.5 inches by 6 inches. So it's the A4 size. Cut down to 6 inches. And I've scored this at 3 inches and 4.5 inches from either side. So 3 inches first, 4.5, 3 inches, 4.5. And what I've done with this is I folded it upwards. So it's going up, score line. And then I folded it in on itself. So it's like the valley and the mountain. And exactly the same on the other, or if you want to look at it, push it in and do it that way. And this is that reversed gatefold. So that's the style of how you can create that card. And it actually folds in really nice and flat as well. But so if I just show you there, you can see now, that's the style of the card that we're going with.
Nice.
And the reason I've done it in that size is because it's going to work really beautifully with these dies. So again, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to separate it. I'm going to bring this panel out, and what I'm going to do is that bit that hasn't got the die cutting edge is going to sit on the inside again of that fold. So if I just show you the fold's there, I'm not placing it up to the fold, I'm just going over the fold and just sitting it on there like so. And that's exactly what you're going to do with this. And if you want to create a little bit more of a depth, you can take it to the very edge and it gives you a little strip here as well. So I think that's what I'm going to do with this one, Joe. I'm going to change it up slightly. So let's pop that in. I'm popping now that lovely Art Deco panel, but I want this deco panel on both sides of this.
Okay.
So let's turn my plate that way. I'm going to take it up to the edge like so. And then the decorative piece. And again, like I said, Joe, you can, if you want, do this in two stages. So you could put the outside piece on first. I'll make sure that's going to fold flat. Yeah, absolutely. So you can put that outside piece and then cut the decorative bit. It's entirely up to you. But that's how I'm going to do it on this one. Although looking at that over the top, it looks a little bit wonky, Joe. So let me just give myself a second to line it up into place. Not that I'm a perfectionist, but I am, and I want to make sure it's right. So again, I'm just going to pop on my combination now on the top, like so, and
Brilliant.
run that through.
Any questions that you've got about these dies whatsoever, you know, how you're going to use them, things that ideas you might have, get them over to us, Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion, if you are over on YouTube. Remember as well as this launch party in this segment, we've also got another hour of Visible Image coming up in about an hour's time, so make sure you stick around for that. It's a busy day today, Debbie, isn't it?
Very busy day, yep, absolutely. I've already got my order in.
Have you?
I have.
Are you going to pick it up between shows?
Well, that was my conversation I was having with Dean. So I was, well, no, producer Georgina, I wouldn't be that much of a diva.
The warehouse is moving around the corner, isn't it?
It is, but it's not moved yet, has it?
It's not moved yet, I don't think, no.
No. Oh, I can't wait till it moves around the corner.
Oh, it'd be so easy, won't it?
Oh, my days, can you imagine? We are, I mean, to be fair, you know, we're very lucky in that respect. But I do sometimes wait like everybody else does. So I do wait because like I'm still waiting for me Zantangle order that I ordered last week. Still coming.
You'll be getting that, you'll be picking that, or that'll be going to your home, will it?
That's
You won't
going to
pick
my
it up?
home, yes.
Right, okay,
yeah.
fair enough.
I did ring him because
But
I said
had you have been up here when you ordered it, you would have gone and got it.
exactly what I would have done. That's exactly what I would have done. So yes, so I'm doing it because obviously I'm here for 2 days with Mark's collection. But yeah, absolutely. Just look at I'm just taking a minute, Joe. Look how gorgeous that is.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So gorgeous. I just think that looks really, really effective. And that creates that first fold. So I'm just going to repeat it, but on the other side. So what I'm going to do is, same die, and I'm just thinking of those hold and release sheets, and then stick it, oh gosh, that would look
Really
stunning.
lovely,
Paper
isn't it?
piece back in there. Wouldn't that look beautiful? Let me just clean my die out, Joe. Just give me a second. Normally I wouldn't do this, but I'm trying to speed things up a little bit. Let me just
Craig,
put-
yes, Craig's also known to go and get pick things up from the warehouse.
Oh, he's a little devil. He only lives, he only
Equally
lives 2 minutes away from warehouse,
Well, he
Craig.
does at the moment.
No, I know, yeah.
Yeah. Swings and roundabouts, getting further from Craig but closer to us. Yeah, the warehouse is moving literally just around the corner, isn't it? Just at the bottom of the road, which will be nice and handy. Getting busier and busier still on this brand new launch collection. Most of you, far and away the majority of you, are going for the whole collection, which I do not think you're going to regret when you think about the amount of sort of ways that you can use them too. $74.95, $99.75 gets you all 6 designs, which is brilliant.
Absolutely. So again, Joe, all I've done now is taken the same die, same die set. If you were using the other die set, so that lovely vines, if you wanted a bit of the Art Deco with the vines, that's exactly what you could do. And you could run this in one go, one fell swoop, and you could get both of these pieces cut. Talk about super speedy card makes, that's exactly what this die set can offer you. But because I'm using the one design, that's why I'm doing it in 2 stages. So again, I'm just going to run that through. And again, just keep those plates nice and flush. Run that through your Gemini. All of these dies will fit through your midi and junior upwards, your A5 size machines and upwards. So yes, they'll fit through there. So you can put them on your smaller plates. I think it depends on the style card that you're doing, how big you're going, to how you're going to use these. And especially if you're doing the gatefold, you'll be able to easily do that on a midi or a junior, easily.
Absolutely, you can.
Yeah. And then all I'm going to do is lift that off, and now I've created this lovely decorative panel for my reversed gatefold design. I'm just going to put that back on there, and then lift that out. And like I said earlier as well, George, you know what you could do? You could die cut this into some acetates or some heavyweight acetates. You could die cut this panel just using this part, without the outside edge, die cut it into your acetate and have it as a stencil then. You could actually pop it into your packaging, and then you've got a permanent stencil that you can then keep reusing and reusing. But look how gorgeous that looks. Now, that now tucks underneath, like so, and you've got this lovely, this reverse gatefold feature, and that's why we call it a reverse gatefold, because it just goes from the other opposite in. But again, just looks absolutely stunning. And then all I'm going to do with this, Joe, is I'm going to use some of Knitwit papers. This is from the Kindly Thoughts, and it's going to sit into that centre. So I've already done some matting and layering with that one. That paper is just divine. It's
Really
absolutely
gorgeous colours in there.
To create the panels, the solid panels, because I wanted to have, I mean, it looks lovely with the see-through element. Again, pop some vellum behind the back of there, maybe put some coloured sheets. Perhaps I could have actually done a couple of panels and stuck at the back with the same paper. But I've just taken those outside dies again, pretty similar to what I've been showing you how to do, to create that fold that will then create the panel that sits behind neatly onto the back of my piece like so. And that's all I've done with that. And that is from the Knitwit collection again. So this is from the Kindly Thoughts. And I'm going to use my dotty tape pen. Hang on a minute, a bit of a rogue piece there. Let me just get rid of that. Don't want you in there. And then just pop my dotty tape pen all the way around.
Oh, Sandra, she said, some happy mail. She says, Mr. Yoda just delivered my order from the 21st. Got my sentiment reveal wheel and 10mm foam on a roll and other goodies as well. Oh, nice.
I love those reveal wheels. Oh my days. How clever is that concept?
So cool, isn't
It
it?
is ultra cool and so easy as well to put together. You could have caught that if you want to go back, watch that launch show with Michelle, just showing you how easy it is to put those together. But honestly, just fabulous, absolutely fabulous, they really are. And then I'm just going to trim that little edge because I've just overcut it slightly, but it don't matter. There we go. And then I'm just going to repeat that on the other side. Same process, use that outside die to create that perfect mat that sits behind the back. And then again, I'm just going to use my Duffy tape pen all the way along. And then pop.
Alexis has loved the pattern in this die. It really is cool, isn't it? That cutting panel was a really, really cool one. Also, Nee says the deco dies cut so perfectly. They really do. I mean, they all cut. I mean, I think we take it for granted a little bit sometimes, Debbie, don't we? Using Gemini dies through a Gemini, just how impressive it is. You know, the ease at which it cuts all of that intricate detailing out.
Yeah, I know. We forget, though, it is the power of the machine, but it's also the fabulous dies as well. Dies have changed so much over the years. You know, Mark and the guys from Visible Image will tell you that everything's changed. A lot of things have got, you know, a little bit more intricate, and so much has changed. But the one thing that you can be guaranteed with the fabulous Gemini machine is that it was future-proofed. When Sarah brought it to the market, it was future-proofed for all the, you know, the changes that we have in the craft industry with dies, and not just ourselves, other companies as well. But yeah, future-proof, but again, just look how gorgeous that looks already. Now, I've actually, excuse me, I've actually used from the vintage butterflies, the perfect papillon, or the perfect papillon as we call it, and I've used the matching cardstock to create. Now this is coming up on Creative Cravings later on, the vintage butterflies, and I've just used one of these dies. Now I've chosen these particular colours. This is from that gorgeous Knitwit pearlescent cardstock, but I've used some of our lovely glitter cardstock to create.
Nice.
And the reason I've chosen those colours is because you've got goldy yellows in there, and I thought that really complemented those beautiful papers, and that's why I've chosen that particular design. And I absolutely love this butterfly. It's just one of my absolute favourites. Really, really gorgeous, and I think works beautifully again with the design of the card. Matches the papers beautifully, but I'm a little bit Katie-cornered there, like it's flying off there. And then I'm going to bring in, now what have I done with my sentiment? Just bear with me, Joe, because I've actually lost my sentiment. How have I managed to do that? Don't know, it'll be these bat wings on my dress that'll have done it again. I'll see if I can find it in a moment, but I'm just going to pop my panels just onto the inside. So I'm going to pop, and again, this is all from that Knitwit collection. And I'm just going to pop that onto the inside panel, like so. I'll do exactly the same on the other side, and then I'm going to find this sentiment if it kills me, and I'll put it somewhere. There we go. Pop this onto the inside panel as well.
Fabulous. I really love that lattice paper with the design in the cutting panel. It works so well together.
Absolutely. That's that Knitwit. Like I said, it's from the Knitwit. It's the Kindly Thoughts paper pad. Although, what have I done with my... Oh, here it is. Because what I've done is I've used the beautiful, and I've used a different one from this one. This is from that Knitwit again, and I've used one of those lovely sentiments. I've actually cut myself two out in the same, because I'm just going to skew with it a little bit, just to sit it off and make it pop a little bit.
Shows you how
but
well
you
they
can
go together,
use these.
doesn't it?
You what, darling?
Shows you how well they mix and match.
Yeah, so I could have used this one, because we've got, don't forget, we've got those lovely nesting ones. But I wanted to change it up a little bit and show you again versatility, different collections, and how you can use them. And that's why I've took that one from there. So again, I'm just going to pop a wrong tape pen, Debbie, wrong tape pen. Like so, and I'm just going to kind of, not shadow drop, but just move it a little bit down, just to give it a little bit of depth and dimension. And then I'm just going to pop on a little bit of tape, just onto the edge, and just have it a little bit pop in there, but without interfering on the fold. And there you go. Again, a lovely, lovely feature where you can create, this is the reverse gatefold, but again, folds really nice and flat as well, so it's a nice flat design, but looks gorgeous with that Art Deco. And the Art Deco with that lovely vintage butterfly, modern and vintage together, I think worked really well.
Yeah, really, really cool. Really love it, and just one of so many different things that you're going to be able to create with these. Let me take you back through then the designs that you're getting in here. 6 brand new die collections for you. This one here is the Floral Swirl. You're also going to get then the Floral Meadow. They all have the different nesting frames on the inside of there, which you can use as a closing. You can use them separately. You can mix and match them. It's completely up to you. You've got the Lace and Scroll. This one here is your Opulent Botanicals. You've also got the classic lace and the Deco Vines as well. This one here, the Deco Vines that you've just seen Debbie using there a moment ago. By far and away, the busiest option of getting a hold of these is by going for the entire collection, as you can see them right there, and that is the best way to get the best value also. $74.95 or $99.75. Platinum members, you're looking at under £60, under $80, which is excellent. Just want to quickly share with you again, you know, some of the other things that you can do with these. If you're using them, just even in their really simple way, they create something really striking and very effective. Boxes as well, they look fantastic in boxes, as you can see there. You don't need to use the same 2 as well, you can mix and match them. I think that's again the joy of going for the whole collection here with these. Great on things like pop-outs as well, going to be brilliant on the inside of cards as well, don't forget. Then also something like this, you've got an easel card there, brilliant. This one here, another different way of using it, and using the 2 together, but actually without the split there. As you can see, that's 2 different designs, really interesting. Again, using it as a regular gatefold. I actually quite like that idea as well, Debbie. It's just a standard edge gatefold, but with then the different panels cut into there. A really lovely tent fold there with it separated. Another one here with a standard edge, but using it as a fold back card with those different elements, or just using them completely cut all the way through as a topper. And that really is the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the different amounts of ways that you can actually use them. There are so many different ways that you're going to put these together, which is why you're going to love them. I also need to let you know about some craft kits that are still available for you over on the websites. We've got loads of them over there for you. This is one of the best sellers actually. These are amazing because actually they are, what, half price. For Platinum members, you can pick these up for $9.99 no matter where you are shopping. And the great thing about these is that they are absolutely, this is a bit where we hold our breath and hope that this one is complete. They're absolutely loaded, full of value. So within this particular one, the silhouette stencils, you actually get 10 stencils within here, which is pretty remarkable. What you're also going to receive in here then as well is your stamp. So you've actually got several different stamp sets within here. Let me bring these out and have a look for you. So you've got your sentiments firstly here. Then you've actually got your silhouette animals in there as well. Let's then move through and have a little look at the fact that you've got your watercolour card panels within here, which you're going to be able to use on your card projects. You've got all your different envelopes in here. Then you've got all your card blanks also. Then we've got all of the different ribbons in here for you too. So you've got 3 different thicknesses of ribbon and all your different gems in there too. Then you've got your papers. Now, the great thing is that they all come in these cute little wallets as well. You can see in the base of there. All the papers are exclusive to each one of the boxes. So you're not going to be able to get these papers anywhere else other than in this box. All your different pattern papers. You've got all your different coloured cardstock in there as well. Platinum members, £10 or $10 is what you can pick these up for today. I think even if you already own these, to get the cardstock, the envelopes, the card blanks, the pattern papers, and the solid cardstock, it's worth spending £10 just to get all of those, and the gems as well. Fantastic if you want to use these for a gift. I haven't seen these this low actually, so really great opportunity to stock up on any that you may have missed out on. They're all over there on the website for you. Go and have a little look at what ones we've got available. They were part of our warehouse clearance, which happened on Monday. We've still got a few of those remaining, so do go and check those out. Right, we're going to head back to Debbie. Any questions you've got, do keep getting them into me. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube. But where are we going next, Debbie?
The floral Meadow, I love this one, and we're going to make that box. I thought we'd get it done now, and then I've got 2 others lined up for later if we get time to squeeze them in, and maybe, who knows, we might stick them in Creative Cravings later on. But the floral meadow one, again, absolutely beautiful. 2 different types of florals, some bigger flowers and some smaller intricate flowers. But again, each way will give you descriptions on how you can use them. They work perfectly with that gorgeous, and that's what I started with this morning, back in Wake Up Call. This is the die that I used to create that beautiful panel with both pieces. But again, you can use both together of the same designs or mix and match them. It's entirely up to you. And for this one, I am going to do the mix and match one. But again, because this is cutting into a box, I'm only going to use the inside panels. So I'm going to remove the outside panels. I'm only going to use these 2 pieces to create this, to cut into. I don't need these to cut out, but I will use these later for the decorative panels to fit around. Now, I'll give you the measurements of this box. So you're going to use, I mean, again, any kind of cardstock for this, but I've used our all-purpose cardstock. This is the white cardstock. And this measures in at 9.5 inches by 8 1/4. So I'm talking the lengthways, so the long side. In fact, if I turn it that way, it might make it a bit easier for you. You're going to do this twice, so you're going to cut yourself 2 of these panels twice. But this measures at 9.5 by 8 1/4, and you score it in at 4.5 inches and 9 inches, and that gives you that little 1/2 inch gap to create the panel that sits to create your box, your outside box. You're also going to turn it, and you're going to score that at, let me just get this right, because I think it's 1 inch in, if I remember rightly. Yes, so you're going to score it at 1 inch in as well. And then you just, I mean, literally, this is just for neatness when you're putting your box together. And I've left one solid and one with 2 pieces cut out like this at the side, and the same with the centre. It's just that neater finish when you're putting your box together. And you can do the same for the top. I suppose it depends on, I've kept this one solid, but it depends on the finish. Goodness me, what is wrong with me and my words today? I know my words.
Oh, I'm
now,
fine.
I've done that twice. I am actually, for a change, normally I cut out 4 panels.
Right.
But I'm going to keep this one solid, because it's going to be a light up box, but it could easily be a gift box. And I'm just going to concentrate on these 2 panels using the 2 dies like so. And if I just bring this in, I'm going to use the larger florals on the inside panel of here. Now, this will dependent on how far in you want to go. Do you want to have it like a nice chunky frame, or do you want to leave like 1/4 inch? I think really this is down to your choice. I'm going to leave roughly around 1/2 inch around either the base. And when I say the base, I mean that part that's tucked up, just so I can show you. That bit is the flat bit for the bottom part. So I'm just going to pop that in there like so. Now you could line that up, use your, I always use this, but I use my grid on my glass mat to help me place things and position things in. So it gives me a rough idea that I know roughly now that's that 1/2 inch mark. And again, I'm just going to take that and tape it like so. And again, I'm just going to pop that piece, and that'll just cut into the cardstock. And then with the same piece, but the other decorative panel, because of that gatefold nature, it kind of topsy-turvies on itself, and I think it gives a really lovely effect. But again, I'm going to use my glass mat as a rough estimate so that I've got that perfect positioned into place and aligned into place. Again, I'm just going to hold it down with some low-tack tape, like so, and then we're going to run that through our Gemini. So let me just pop that onto a platform, cutting plate, Debbie, not a platform, cutting plate, and then we're going to run that through our die cutting machine, like so. And like I said, it's entirely up to you. You could do this on all 4 sides if you wanted to, or just have 2 of them cut out and then a solid back piece to it as well. I think again it's just a personal choice.
You could have 2 panels cut out on each side if you wanted to, couldn't you?
Yes, you could.
Have them sort of split, like one at the top, one at the bottom.
Oh, Joe, why didn't I think of that when I was doing it? Do you know now you've said that? Oh, that would look dreamy. Absolutely beautiful. Where you have it on that side.
Yeah, so one over there.
Yeah, that'd look gorgeous. So that one match it. Oh, yeah, that'd look beautiful. Now, I have left it deliberately with a bit of a gap at the top, and that's because I've got a box lid that's going to fit on.
Fab.
And I'll talk about the measurements of that in a moment. I'm just going to turn that over. Now, because I've got 2 dies pretty much close together. I can see just a little area here is not cut. So the nature of the Gemini, yes, we talk about it going through one pass, but we're asking it to do quite a lot, quite in that, you know, all together with a missing gap there. So I'm just going to slightly tilt it slightly, just slightly, not massively, but I'm going to run that through again. This is when you could actually...
You still wouldn't put your metal shim in at this point?
Well, actually, yeah, you could.
Okay.
In fact, shall we do that, Joe? Let me
I feel like I'm telling you what to do, because that's not what I was saying.
Though? It's because I very rarely use my metal shim. I'm not going to lie. I very rarely use it. I use my metal shim normally for multiple layers of fabric, is when I'll use it, if I'm cutting those, or coated cardstock with an intricate die. So these would be classed as an intricate die. If that was glitter cardstock, I would absolutely use my metal shim. I'd probably actually try it without first to see whether or not I'd get that perfect cut. But yes, absolutely, that's a great, but again, it's because I don't often use it. I don't often use it. It's one of those go-to plates that I use when I need to use it. But again, very rarely that I do. I always try beforehand. But we'll just run that through, and that should have given it now that perfect cut. The other way that you could actually finish the cut off is by embossing it with your embossing mat. And that'll give it a nice finish as well. Now, I'm just going to move that. Perfect, that's done lovely. And then I'm going to just remove my dies. I'll take off my tape. Let's just go
Mum of 4 boys says, talking about that last demo you did, that die with black and gold would be right up my Roaring 20s Strasser, is what she says.
Yes.
Love that.
Is that a new viewer, Mum of 4 boys? I've not heard that name before. Mum of 4 boys,
Mum
is
of 4
that a new
boys?
viewer?
No, she comments quite often.
Does she?
Yeah, Alexis says the butterfly is awesome. Shirley says beautiful, love the butterfly in that last project too. Debbie, amazing, loving the new collection of dies. Breathtaking, says Mary Pat.
They are beautiful, aren't they?
And Deborah says, what a beautiful card. Michelle Franklin says, I do heart the beautiful packaging of the craft box collections. Yeah, they are cool, aren't they? You keep that packaging and do different bits and bobs with that, Debbie, can't you?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. So I'm just going to pop my score lines back in, and then I'm going to do, well, I'll try and clean it out with my die cleaning brush, but I have got one that I've already poked out. But again, all you're going to do is clean out your pieces, and then you're going to decide whether or not you're going to put some masking tape behind the back. If you want to put some masking tape behind the back, that would look lovely because it keeps it nice and solid, as in strong behind the back of there, and also gives that lovely feature when you're using light up elements, so the LEDs. So again, give this a nice clean.
It really makes a difference, doesn't it? That brush makes it so easy.
The brush?
Yeah.
Yeah, it gives it a nice, it gets the majority. It's not going to get every piece out. It is actually a die cleaning brush for your dies, and you use it on your sponge. So you pop it in and then roll it over and it takes all the bits out. So it's classed as a die cleaner. So do you know when you see me doing this? I mean, really, it's very naughty of me because we've got tools that can do that for you. And that will clean out your dies. And it also helps. I mean, I tend to just do it with my fingers underneath. And then the remaining ones that are the stubborn, I call them the stubborn ones, the ones that, you know, won't leave the party. Just get... the ones you're kicking out at the very end. Just get your pokey tool. Just get your pokey tool and finish those pieces. And when you've got all of those pieces out, you're left with, let me just move all that off because I've got a bit of tape stuck on my platform. You're left with that gorgeous cutout element, and it really is stunning. They look beautiful. I love that idea though, Joe. Maybe doing the same design or alternating the design onto the other side. I think that would look absolutely gorgeous. Could you imagine that on all 4 panels? Oh my days, that would be beautiful. But I am only keeping, so normally you'll see me with my boxes. I usually do that and repeat it on the other side, but I'm keeping this a nice and solid piece. Now, I did say to create the panels that fit into here, you're going to use, like I showed you earlier, you're going to take your chosen cardstock or paper and you're going to die cut it out with this piece to create your panel that will then fit in. Get it the right way around, Debbie. Oh, Debbie, if you've cut this wrong way, I want to... There you go, that's better. There you go. You're going to just die cut that, and that creates the perfect panel that sits into either side, like so. Now, I've just taken a piece of not a piece, an ink applicator, and gone round the edge, and I've used the parakeet one for this one just to give it a little tiny touch of colour, and I think the parakeet works really nice on this blue. Now this is from the papers are from the Knitwit again, the Kindly Thoughts, just absolutely love this paper. I'm going to sit those two into there. Before I actually put my box together, I'm actually going to pop those pieces together. So we're going to pop some all-purpose, and I do like to use the all-purpose because it gives me the wiggle time to get it into place. So I'm just going to hold that there we go, and pop that in, and I'm just going to literally position it into like a central part there so it's nice and even on all sides, and pop that on, and then I'm just going to repeat that on the other side.
Still very busy on this Gatefold collection, Debbie. Everyone absolutely loving them. Patty, I love the Art Deco look. Definitely need that die. Medley saying they love that brush. It's very handy, isn't it?
Very, very handy, yeah, absolutely. Jan puts hers in a little box. If you've ever seen Jan, she gets it in a little, do you know, a little plastic tub?
Yeah.
And she sits her sponge in a plastic tub so that keeps it nice and neat.
Catches
So
all
do you
the
know, like
bits.
me, and I'm messy, and I put all the
Yeah.
bits on the... Jan's stays in a box. She keeps it
Right.
nice and neat. She's very tidy. She is. She's
Handy.
very, very tidy. So I'm going to now just make sure that's positioned. I think that's just a little tiny off. Not that I keep saying I'm not a perfectionist, but I am really. I don't know what I'm trying to kid. I just want to position that in and wiggle that into place. That's better. Yeah, that looks better. So I've got my panels there. I've actually, on my solid pieces, I've actually cut myself some solid pieces as well. Again, I've left an inch gap just at the top because the lid's going to go over the top. So there's no point putting my paper right up to the very top. It just keeps it nice and neat.
Fabulous.
And again, I've just used that Knitwit Kindly Thoughts paper, as you can see. It's double-sided, very difficult to choose which side you want to use, but I'm going with a neutral blue colour for this one. Because I think it looks really quite pretty, but I'm all putting my panels together before I actually stick my box down together. Makes it a bit easier when you do it this way. So again, I'm just going to pop that on. Again, all I've done with that is just given it a little tiny touch of ink around the edge, just to soften that paper with the beautiful parakeet, gorgeous colour. And again, that's my panels already created. Now I'm going to show you the box lid, because I have got a box lid that I've created. I've actually got a top and bottom bit because I want a solid bottom on the inside of my box and the outside of the box. So I've cut myself two pieces because the actual box measures at 4.5 inches square. Now the box lid itself is 6 5/8 of an inch, scored at an inch all the way around, and that's just so that when you've got your fold in, it fits perfectly over the top of your box. So I'm just going to pop those together, but again, first of all, I'm just going to put my panel on the very, very top. And exactly the same, I've repeated that process of inking the edges with the parakeet. And then I've got myself 4 little pieces that fit around the edge of my box as well. Now I'm going to show you a box afterwards. I'm showing you this one that our Liam from our office did. Our lovely Liam, who works here at Crafters, very talented, loves crafting as well. He's a great talented guy, and he's made a beautiful box. I'll show you the box that he made earlier. I actually thought, I misinformed everybody on the wake-up call, so I apologise, but I thought it was a blog post that he was doing for it. But do you know what? He just wanted to play and dabble, and that's all he said. He's had a little play and created us a couple of cards for our sample library, and they're beautiful, so I'll show you those in a moment.
Craig just accidentally sent me a picture of him
Excuse
stood
me?
in his bathroom mirror with a shaver. Yeah, he obviously had no top on, but it was only cut off to about here with a shaver. So he obviously was meant to send it to someone, but sent it to the CTV social comments page. It's like this, with a shaver in his bathroom. You know, he's obviously telling someone he was shaving his beard. It wasn't meant for us, but we got it anyway. There you are.
Does he know that he sent it you by mistake?
He's deleted it now, but it was too late. I'd seen it.
So that is hilarious. I was like, what? I wonder who he's sending that to. Oh dear. God love him. We've seen our lovely Craig. He popped in earlier, so it was lovely to see him. So I thanked him for my lovely gift. He got me some of my favourite pop, Cherry Pepsi Max. So he's got me some of that. God love him. So I gave him a cuddle for that as well, because that was a lovely gesture. And he came to see Mark and Ellen as well. But yeah, he popped in. Looking lovely with his hair. He's got a nice bit of a quiff going off with his hair, hasn't he? Are
Sorry?
you typing a message to him?
Yeah.
I thought you were.
I saw that, and I've just told Debbie and the viewers.
I might have to share it now on his on his page. That's so funny. Now, because it's construction, I am actually going to use some red liner tape. Let me just find it in my bag. I won't be a minute, Joe. I've popped it down and
No
forgot to get
problem
it out.
at all. Don't forget as well, just about half an hour time until Mark Visible Image will be back with us as well, which will be lots of fun. So do hang around for that as well. And of course then myself, Debbie and Mark will back with you a little bit later as well, aren't we? 6 p.m. here in the UK, 1 o'clock on the East Coast. And also if you're over on the West Coast, then that'll be, 10 a.m. for another 3 hours of crafty fun, Debbie.
I know, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing, Joe. Right, I'm just going to put some more onto this side. I've probably gone a little bit tiny thicker with my red liner tape for this, but it's not, it's about right. It's we've got lots of red liner tapes from thin to thick, different millimetre sizes, but I'll be able to get away with it because I'll be able to fold it back on itself. So what I'm going to do now is take that straight edge and I'm going to pop it onto that tab. So I'm going to lift it. And this is when you can use your wet glue as well to give yourself a little bit of wiggle time. But I'm just going to go straight in. Let me just fold that back so I've got it. I don't stick my box together. There we go. And I'm just going to pop my edge to my edge. Just get that down. Before I commit to sticking it down, let me just make sure I've got it nice and flush. Yeah, that's about right. So that now stick together, those 4 panels. Imagine, like I said, all those panels going across there, maybe using the decorative panel. That would look absolutely beautiful. I'm going to have to take this bracelet off, Joe. I keep getting caught up in my dress with this bracelet today for some reason.
What?
I keep getting me stuck on me.
On your dress?
Yeah, it's my little N. I've got like... I've got a little N, a T, well, I've got a T, an N and an L for Tanya, Natasha and Liam.
Yeah.
And my N's bent and it keeps getting stuck here on my rib bit. Did you? Yeah, so sorry, because I bet the guys have been thinking, what on earth is she doing? Yeah, I'm not feeling myself or anything like that, producer Georgina.
Oh, Debbie! Oh. Oh.
Right, yeah, just getting stuck.
Yeah, just
stuck because it's
all right.
ruched. It's ruched. That's the word I'm looking for. Do they call it sheared? It's a sheared.
What is?
Elastic, sheared. Look, it's stretchy. So, and I keep...
Oh dear. I think we should just move on, don't you?
I'm going to take my bracelet off. I'm taking my bracelet off for
Take your
tonight.
bracelet off, is it?
Oh, yeah, that's note to self. Take your bracelet off. Right, folding that in. I'm now going to push that together. Oh, Gordon Bennett. And pop that together to create my solid box. And then what I'm just going to do, Joe, is I've got 2 solid pieces now that my little flaps are going to stick onto the top, so it makes it nice and a nice square bottom, like so. So I'm just going to pop on a bit of tape.
Heidi says, when I first started card making, one of my first purchases was a large die like these. Really didn't know what to do with them. So happy they're back because they are beautiful. Absolutely, I've never seen anything like these. I've never seen any sort of decorative gatefold along these lines with the interchangeable panels. I think they're amazing.
Honestly, they're absolutely beautiful, beautiful dies. And I just love the designs of all of them. There's not one design that I don't, you know. Sometimes, you know, you think, oh, nah, I might not use that as much. Every single one of these, stunning. They're absolutely stunning. So that's my box bottom done, but obviously it's got a bit of a hole in, so we need to fill that hole in. So I'm just going to pop on the bottom of my panel, like so, just to the bottom. And I'm going to pop it on the inside as well. So I'm going to put a bit of glue all over this because I am going to be covering up the other panel too. So I'm going to pop that onto the base.
Kilmer says, OMG, it's going further downhill and fast, this show. Patty says, never a dull moment on Crafters TV. Absolutely, there isn't.
Do you know how you say that sometimes we share too much?
Yeah.
I think sometimes I definitely share too much.
Oh, Diane says, oh, Debbie, you and I are so much alike. I say something and everyone takes it wrong. I try to explain myself and I just get in deeper.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just best to just avoid it and not say it out loud, but I sometimes forget where I am. Now, I've got a nice solid base. Yes, base. On both sides, there's no other ways to go to say that, but yeah, on both sides. And then I can pop my lights into there, and I can pop on the top of my box lid.
Oh,
I'm just going to
perfect.
finish that off just a little
beautiful.
bit. It is, they're absolutely beautiful. I've used the nesting dies that come with this one, with the floral meadow, that lovely circular one. I've used the outside edge and the decorative panel to sit on there, and that's going to sit onto the top of my box like so. And I'm just going to pop a bit of wet glue on there. And I've actually used some of the beautiful, I'm going to have that a little bit skew with actually, just onto the top. I've actually used some of the Knitwits pieces. So I've taken some of those pads out. I've got one of those lovely sentiments, the wonderful memories. I've got a little butterfly on there. I've got myself a little ribbon. So let me pop my ribbon onto the top of my box, like so. Let's just move that up a little bit. I'll put my ribbon, sorry, my butterfly. Let's put you onto the centerpiece, like so. And then I'm going to just now position this onto, let's just pop a little bit of tape onto the box. Again, with that sentiment, I've actually used the parakeet to go around the edges to match with the rest. Let's just place that on.
Should I was asking if you'd consider posting the dimensions of the box later on your socials?
I can do, should I? Yeah, no problem, absolutely. I shall keep my panel to one side and I'll do that definitely for you. And then I'm just going to pop on a little bit of a foam pad onto the back of my florals. Let's just pop a couple of those. And again, the decorative side, I think, really is a personal choice. I've just chosen, obviously, because it's the gorgeous Knitwits, so we'll pop that like so. And there you go, you've got yourself a beautiful decorative box that looks gorgeous with its lids just over the top as well. And again, really beautiful. Stick your lights in there or keep it as a gift box. But again, just really, really beautiful. And again, very easy to use and shows you just how versatile these dies are. These are intended to be a gatefold. That's what they're intended to be. But I wanted to show you, as a crafter, I want it to do more than one thing. And that's exactly what these beautiful dies do for you.
Absolutely, they do $74.95, $99.75 if you want to get your hands on them. I'll quickly remind you the different designs. You're getting 6 brand new sets of dies in here for you, give you so many different options. That first one was the floral swirl. You've also then got the floral meadow. This is the lace and scroll. You've then got the opulent botanicals and the classic lace in there too. And then you're also, remember, getting the deco vines as well. All 6 of them for that price, which is brilliant. A great saving for you too, at $14.99 or $19.95. Under £60 or $80 if you want to get your hands on those. We are going to go back to and have another quick look at Visible Image. We will be going back to them very shortly. Mark will be here in just over sort of 20 minutes time, but I just want to quickly again recap because it's going really quickly, especially this one. I'm really worried about the stock on this particular one just here. So if it's a summer days one you're after, 70% of this has gone. So you're going to get in here the Be Happy, the Daisy Grunge, and then you're getting the free stencil in here too. And there's lots of different things you can do with these. Some really awesome projects that have been made using these particular stamps and stencils, whether it's the bees or the daisies, as you can see just there. The next one, which is also has become very busy in this show in particular, Beach Days, which is this one here. Half the stock of Beach Days has now gone. You're going to get the Ride the Waves and At the Beach, and then you've got that amazing stencil included there as well. A few ideas of some of the things that you're going to be able to achieve with these. I mean, they're absolutely stunning, aren't they? Always so modern and vibrant, the designs that Visible Image bring us, and they make really awesome things. This is a piece of cardboard, actually, that's been created using. So you've got that one, and then also the other one. Half the stock of Beach Days is gone, by the way. Then you've got Celebrations, which is this one here. you've got this is really lovely, especially for the summer coming up. Afternoon tea is this one, and you've also got anyone for bubbles over there with then that free stencil included as well. 40% of this one now gone. Don't know how much of this we're going to have left for that later show this evening, but look at how bright and vibrant these are. I think that one is so cool with the Platinum Jubilee coming up just around the corner. $23.98, $34.77 gets you all of those. Don't forget also that you have got the dies available for you too, which are these ones. Now the dies, all of them, all 3/4 gone, these dies. I think these will go in during, these will definitely go during this particular show. So if you do want them, if they're sat in your basket, you need to check them out. So you've got the broken mesh, which is this one here. This one in the middle here is your framed fibres. And then you also have the torn fishnet, which is the that one just there. So really, really cool. $15.99, $23.19 each on those, but very, very busy. Right, before we go and see visible image though, we're going to get another demonstration in with the lovely Debbie. Stunning box, Debbie says cafe. Alexia says, imagine it with a battery tea light to decorate a dinner buffet. Oh, nice. I love a buffet, Debbie, don't you? I love a buffet. Oh.
Good buffet.
A vol au vent and a few ham sandwiches. Yes, please. Maybe
Sausage
a Scotch
roll.
egg, sausage roll.
Pork pie.
Oh, with an egg in.
A Scotch egg.
A gala pork pie.
A gala pork pie. Oh,
Yeah.
you're a bit posh.
Slice of pork pie with an egg in the middle.
I've never seen one of those. I've never had
You've
one of
never
those.
seen a gala pork pie?
No.
So a pork pie with an egg
That's
in the
like a
middle.
Scotch egg with a pork pie, isn't
It's a
it?
Scotch pork pie egg, yeah. Patty Abbott says, love visible image too. Yes, just about 20 minutes time we'll be back with Mark and all things visible image. But for now, we're going to go back to Debbie for another demonstration. You've really packed them in this show, Debbie.
Tried. I'm probably not going to get the 6th one, but we might put them in on the later show. Because it's got vintage butterflies in that last one. So we might put that in
I
there.
see you.
Might sneak that in. Yes. Yes, thank you. Producer Georgina. She says I've already insisted. Yes, I have. Right, lace and scrolls. I love this one. I tell you why I love this one. I love the funkiness of this. This is just so cool. It's like a flash of a gorge. Oh, honestly, it's just stunning. And again, 2 different ways that you can use it, because you've got your lace on one side and your scroll on the other, which just, again, creates something a little bit different, a little bit unique if you're going to use both. Or you can use the whole of the lace, or you can use the whole of the scroll. It's entirely up to you how you choose it. Don't forget, that's how it's designed, and if you use that website address there at the top, that's what it's going to show you how to do the gatefold elements. But I want to show you again different ways that you can use this. So this is our stamping card again. Well, no, it's not, Debbie. It's our multi-purpose white cardstock, and this is being cut down to 6 inches. So it's an A4 piece cut down to 6 inches. And what I've done with this is I've scored it in, let me get this the right way around, halfway and halfway again. So this creates that fold back piece. So when you take a look at it, it's literally 1/2 and 1/4. So 1/2 fold and 1/4 fold to create that lovely fold back. This is when you could be doing your double Z fold cards and things like that as well. I suppose it depends on the intricacy of how you want to add this on. But I'm just doing it for a fold back, Joe. So again, oh, now then, shall I even mix up or shall I do? I might do a bit of both with this one. But I'm going to start with that scroll design. So the scroll design, again, when you think about where you're going to position this, because I want to create that zigzag effect, I am going to, let me bring in my plate for a second. What have I done with my plates? Oh, they're down here. Let's put the plate down. And I'm going to go with that 1/4 fold piece. So again, because this doesn't have an outside cutting edge, it means I can sit that onto the position of that fold. And again, just underneath the fold. So can you see the fold lines here? I'm just going up to the fold. And then that's when you can do the 2 pieces. You can either do the solid bit and then put the intricate part in. I'm going to do both. So I'm just going to hold it into place like so. And I'm going to pop this tape down to hold it into place, both the inside panel and the outside panel as well. In fact, I don't trust it, so I'm going to put a little bit more tape down just onto there. And then we're going to run that through again, our platform. Now, if you are doing both designs, you can do this at the same time, but I think I'm going to stick with the scroll. I quite like the scroll on this one. It's quite a nice, fun design. But again, it's that choice. You've got the choice. Do you want to mix them up and match them up? Do you want to have the same? Do you want to use two different styles as well? It's entirely up to you. So you could take another design and use that on there as well. So the choices are endless. This is what I love. The different configurations that you've got with these dies are incredible. And Joe's shown you some of those beautiful designs in the black and white variety, just to show you how many ways you can use these. They are such good fun. And I know when you get them home, you're going to have a good old play with them yourself. Don't forget, join the I'm a Crafter's Companion Facebook page. Don't rip your cardstock like Debbie's just done there. Join that page where you'll see lots of our design team members as well as our wonderful crafting community, which I know a lot of you are already on there because you're always sharing tips and helpful hints and share your inspiration. It's where we go as you know, ourselves to have a look for inspiration. You guys inspire us just as much as we inspire you. And that's what I love about this lovely crafting community. So there'll be lots of people on there that once you've got these, you'll be seeing lots of designs come up. And I know that other people are going to think of different ways to what I've decided, you know, what I've designed. So there's lots of lovely variation on there. Now that creates that beautiful, and I mean it really does fold back. So I'm just going to push that back in and create that score line again, because obviously with a Gemini, you know, the power is immense and it can flatten it back out. But again, you can see now, gorgeous, beautiful, funky design, absolutely fabulous. It really is fabulous. So I'm just going to push those pieces out. Of course, you could be using your die cleaning brush. And we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. So we've taken this piece, and I'm using that same design. Now, because I don't have the outside cutting edge, I know that I can safely put that on, and it's not going to cut out the edge there, it's just going to cut out the outside part. And again, I'm going to go in with the decorative panel, and I'm going to push that up to that very edge. So I'm going to take the points just to that edge, and we're going to pop our low-tack tape down, and we're going to hold that into place again and run that through our die cutting machine. So yeah, Joe, honestly, so many ways. I just think, I can't wait to see what people are going to create with them. Do you know, when we see pictures coming through on the pages, on the social pages, I can't wait to see what people are going to do with them. I'm really looking forward to this one.
It's going to be a really exciting craft along as well.
Yes.
We'll let you know when that is going to be. Lillian says, Joe, did you get your Rocky Road? Oh, I did. I ate it just before this hour, didn't I, Debbie? Did you have a piece?
Well, I bought you a piece and I bought myself one, but I haven't had mine yet.
You haven't had yours yet? Where is it?
I'm not telling you, you might go and pinch it. You get off my Rocky Road, you. Get yourself
Honestly,
back over there.
Honestly, it was so good. I was thinking,
Is
gosh,
it?
Oh, it's pretty amazing, Debbie. Yeah.
Oh.
There might be an IOU coming to Christina at some point today for a second piece, I think.
Is it that good? She's amazing
good.
though, isn't she?
She's incredible.
She is. Very, very talented lady. She is very talented.
So delicious. Debbie, you're in for a right treat.
Oh my days. I'm looking forward to it. I've deliberately saved it because I didn't want to. I had a nice jacket potato, you know, healthy dinner. I had a jacket potato with tuna and salad, finished by Rocky Road later on. I need to get back on the wagon, is what I need to get back on.
Yeah, me too, Debbie, me too.
Yeah, I fell off again. Oh. So I need to get back on it. Why does food taste so nice?
I mean, so many delicious things to eat, and also summer's round the corner, and we'll just be going out all the time, won't we?
No, I know.
We'll all have
got summer dresses to fit in as well, Joe. I've got summer dresses to fit in. So now, look, just that's even amazing. In the white version, look how gorgeous that looks. And this is just a fold back card, Joe. Look how beautiful it folds back on itself. And the funky design of this is what I absolutely love. Now, the outside die will create your panel to fit on the back as well. So I'm just going to add, in fact, do you know what? I'll show you the piece that I've done. I used some glitter cardstock. Oh, nice. And I die cut. And this is when you'll use your metal shim. But I've run it through the die cuts again, because what I wanted to do was create a little bit of a drop shadow. And just by simply...
that's cool.
It just looks beautiful.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop my glue on the inside of the panel, or you could pop it onto the top. However, it's coated cardstock, so tacky glue if you're going to do it that way. But I when I'm drop shadowing onto a panel, I'm going to pop it onto the piece that it sits onto, just to make it a little bit easier. So again, just going to pop that like so. I'm going to use that and position. In fact, I might have to hold it up, Joe, because it's a bit tricky to do it lying flat over a bird's eye view. But I'm just going to drop it a fraction, and it creates that lovely piece, and it really is beautiful. It looks absolutely beautiful. So again, pop that on, and that's created that little drop shadow. Let me just make sure I've got my fold in there, nice and neat. Perfect. There we go. And then I'm going to just do exactly the same on the other side, but with a solid panel. So again, using that die, it creates a solid piece that's going to sit onto the back like so. So again, I'm just going to
really
pop.
cool.
It's
And
so-
we've got that
such
matching.
funkiness.
We've got that matching Centura and glitter card selection on the show, haven't we? So is it 120 sheets? I think you can get of that. So you'll be able to do exactly what Debbie's done here by coordinating the Centura pearl and the glitter as well. Details are there along the bottom of your screen. $36.99 and $61.99 today.
So I'm just going to take that up to the very edge, and it'll sit there really nice and neatly. And it now creates that lovely solid piece as well. So you've got that lovely solid Centura pearl in the copper. Is it copper? Let me just make sure. I think it was a copper one. Oh no, sorry, the rose gold. It's the rose gold one. Rose gold in the glitter and rose gold in the Centura one there as well.
Clarice said this style looks like a Santangle.
Looks lovely, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I've used Country Lane again. I've gone for the Country Lane papers. And I'm going to pop a panel on the back part of this to add a little bit more dimension. And then I'm going to put two on the inside as well. So I think I'm going to have that one on there. That looks nice. So again, let's put that onto this feature. So just onto that edge. And then I'm going to do exactly the same on these panels as well. I'll put one onto there. And then one on the inside panel as well, like so. And that
you put it on the back
creates a
too.
bit of dimension. I mean, you could keep it nice and, simple, just keep it lovely see-through, but I just think it adds a little bit extra to it. So again, I'm just going to try and take this off a minute, Joe, because I've gone a little bit over. Let's see if mind you, it just depends. Let's see if I can get into that. There, I've got to wait. Let me just grab my scissors, and I'm just going to trim it a little bit, because I noticed the fold was struggling a little bit, so I'm just going to take a slither off down the side. Let's see if I can attach that back on with that drop shadow element. Let's go back in again. Turn it that way, and then just place it little fraction down. There, quite like that. There we go. And then I'll trim a little bit off at the top. There we go.
Oh, fabulous.
And then I'm just going to finish that off now with, and again, just look how gorgeous that looks. It just honestly, it just pops. It literally pops. It adds a little bit of quirkiness to your card as well, to your style of card. And that's what I love about these. And then I'm just going to finish it off now. Again, you've got on the back of each one, you've got your beautiful nesting dies. You can mix and match these nesting dies on all of the collection if you're going for the whole of it. I've actually used the one that comes with it, and just in the contrasting colours. And I've used one of our little sentiments there, because I'm going in with a mother for this one. So let's pop on our solid piece. Like so. And I'm just going to go over that central line, and then I'm going to finish it off with a little bow, because it doesn't need anything else, because I think the all quirkiness of this gorgeous design works really, really well. I'm just going to put my little bow just underneath, and there you go. You've got yourself another lovely fold back card. Adding a little bit of, with those, I mean, that Country Lane paper actually matched that gorgeous rose gold glitter cardstock with that solid one, but again, really fabulous, and shows you yet another way that you can use these fabulous dies.
Yeah, just showing you the versatility. I mean, so many different ways in which you've been able to put these together, using them in the gatefold, in the sort of gatefold concept, but also taking them away. And I think you're going to come up with so many different ways of using these the more you use them, which is brilliant. Let me take you back through them. So you've got your floral swirls as your first one just here. Your next option here being the floral meadow. You've got the lace and scroll, the opulent botanicals, the classic lace, and then you've also got the deco vines in there as well, which is this one just here. All 6 of them coming your way for that fantastic price, as you can see there, $74.95, $99.75. With the platinum price of $59.96 or $79.80, which is excellent. Really, really busy on those. Can't wait to see what you guys start making with them. We are going to take a short break, and we'll be back up on the other side of this with Visible Image. Massive thanks to Debbie, and I'll tell you what, I'll meet you back here in a few minutes with the wonderful Mark. See you then.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day. Quick Buy. All your crafting must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together, and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes, and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick Buy. All your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Hello, welcome back then. It is the second instalment of Visible Image, which is always lots of fun. Great to have Mark back with us in the studio. How are you, Mark? Such an incredibly busy first instalment we had this morning, didn't we?
Yes, totally busy. I'm really pleased. I'm so glad everyone is loving it.
Yeah, everyone is absolutely loving it at the moment. For anyone that's new to Visible Image, then what can we expect from your products?
More of a modern, contemporary, but with still that classical feel. We do things in our own kind of way, and I think they look really cool.
Yeah, no, they are, absolutely. I think everything is so modern and funky. Funky sounds like a sort of word that my dad would say to describe something that really wasn't that funky, but actually would use the word. But you know exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back through the collections then and let you know what we've got left of them. So, first one we've got for you just here. This is your Summer Days, as you can see. A really beautiful collection, this, Mark, isn't it? Two wonderful stamp sets in here. Perfect, I'm thinking, for this time of year.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, you've got your bees there. You've got 5 different size bees, so that's great for, you know, our own stamps or any other stamps that you may have. You've got the great hexagon stencil as well, which combined with the bees works brilliantly. But don't forget, it's a very modern twist on the hexagon, like a honeycomb. So it's layered, so it's very modern, contemporary. You can use that with lots of other projects as well. And then following that, we've got the amazing daisy.
Oh, and
daisy
these
range.
are so cool, aren't they?
Yes. So I shall be demonstrating that next.
Yeah, they really are a lot of fun, these daisies. I just love the different styles of cards that you can create from this one collection, whether you want to be sort of quite grungy with these florals, whether you want to make them very pretty, get loads of colours involved, it's completely up to you. Brilliant deal here as well, because what you're doing is you're buying the 2 stamp sets and then you are getting the stencil totally free of charge, which represents a 20% saving, which is brilliant. Am I right in thinking 3/4 of this is gone? Whoa, this will go in this show, I would imagine, in the next sort of hour or so will be gone. Could be your last call on that. There's a corresponding die that goes with that, which I'll tell you about in a few moments. The other collection we've got for you is this one just here, Summer Days. Won't be long now, Mark, we'll all be paddling in the sea down at the beach. This is really evoking that, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think I was down at the beach last week, actually.
Were you?
Yeah, because we only live 10 minutes away, but, you know, beach, summer, just... It's one of those things here where you go to relax. And I was thinking, you know, great to send some cards for these people, you know, whether it be your friends, your family. There's, you know, you've got Ride the Waves, great waves in that set and great sentiments. You've got the feet and the stencil and a great sentiment, absolutely amazing. And I just love all the shells as well.
Yeah, they are fantastic. I love this one, the shells in particular. I love how well the 2 stamp sets go together here with these 2. And brilliant, I'm thinking also, yes, going to be wonderful on cards, but making little home decor items are going to be so cool.
Wouldn't that look so great in the bathroom or somewhere like that?
Yeah, in the bathroom would be great. And I love as well that they can be a little bit more sort of understated, these ones, can't they? Like a little bit more sketchy in design if you want them to be. Or... you know, there couldn't be any 2 different... The contrast in that from the same stamp set, I think, is absolutely amazing. Really, really cool. Let me show you one more as well. I love this one with little feet there, which has been done with that stencil too. So that's all that you're getting in that one there. Both of the stamp sets there and also the stencil there too, which is fantastic.
I mean, obviously, don't forget though, you can actually use that stencil for baby cards as well.
Yes,
so I know Leanne's become a grandmother again, so yeah, that'd be absolutely amazing.
Would be perfect for that as well. Let me also then move on. So how are we doing on stock of that one? 60%. We could lose that one in this hour as well. But the next one we have is this one, the Celebrations. I love this one. Perfect again for now. I'm thinking Platinum Jubilee, summer garden parties, barbecues, Mark. We're all feeling that summer vibe, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, everyone loves having a cuppa and afternoon tea with a nice cake as well. You've got some cool elements in there, like the splash of the tea out the cup and the pouring of the tea as well. That's great. But you've got other sentiments in there as well. You know, everybody fancies a cuppa. Oh, and the sentiments really, obviously, we've got the champagne that is part of this set as well. So it's fantastic, as you say, for the Jubilee. And these can be used in so many different ways. Oh, yeah. I love this one.
Really, really cool, aren't they? And again, you can make these, there's lots of different sort of styles of projects been done with this. I need cake that's got shimmery pink frosting on it, please, Mark. I think we all need that in our life. And the champagne ones, I think, are absolutely gorgeous. This is one of my favourite ones. I love that splatter background that you've got.
Yeah, I mean, whether it's for, I mean, we've actually done 3 other like drinks sets, but this is like the addition to it. And you know, you've got congratulations, whether it be for weddings, birthdays, anniversaries. It's simple. It's great for male cards and feminine cards as well.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. How are we doing on the stock of this one then? Half of that one gone. See a theme here, don't you, Mark? They're all going very, very quickly. Now, I've got to share this next item with you because each one of these collections has a corresponding die that goes with it. Fair to say, though, I think you could use any of these dies with any of the collections, Mark. Don't you agree?
Oh, totally. You've got 3 different dies there. You've got your broken mesh, your frame fibres, and then you've torn fishnet. Now, again, they can work well for feminine cards as well as more masculine cards. The mesh is great, whether it be for male cards. It could be rusty like backdrop. It could be the trellis with grass for your flowers. The frame fibres is great, whether it be for waves. It could be flames. It could be leaf trails as well. But I do have a soft spot for the torn fishnet as well. I think that's really cool. What? Oh, live TV.
I mean, do you know why? It's fallen off. It's because it's on its way out. It's just got limited stock, the broken mesh. That's why. It's already broken, so you can't break it. There you go. That's the good thing about that. That's limited stock.
Yeah.
How are we doing on the stock of the other 2 here? Frame fibres, limited stock as well. And torn fishnet, you guessed it, limited stock.
Do you know what I like about these as well? We decided to do them black. Our dies are black. And one of the reasons I did them black was that, you know, if you're cutting out a white cardstock, you can see what all the bits that are left there. And also, I'm a messy crafter, so my desk is always a mess. But I can normally see my black die
Anywhere.
The mess.
That's a great point, actually. Really, really cool. If you want those, though, if they're in your basket, you need to check them out because they are going to go very, very quickly. Right, I'm talking of being a messy crafter. Messy percent. I've just got a sea of samples over here now. After that, where would you like to start then, Mark? What collection would you like to kick off with?
The summer days.
Yes, let's do that.
I'm going to start with doing the Daisy Grunge because we didn't do that in the last show. What we did do on the last show, and if you've missed it, please go and re-watch it. It was the I used the bee. Now, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to demonstrate this again, so here's what I made earlier anyway. So we'll let this bee fly off the screen a minute, and we'll concentrate on the Daisy Grunge. One of my favourite stamps. You've got lovely text that goes through this, this stamp as well. So let's make a start, and we'll do some really cool crafting, shall we? First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up my stamp. I'm going to use VersaFine black ink. It's my ink of choice, but I mean you can use any other ink that you do have in your collection. So and I'm using a stamping platform. I know lots of people have stamping platforms. You don't have to use one. This is the one that I particularly use, but I know there are a lot on the market. So it's great to use, especially if you want to go in with a large stamp. This is quite a large stamp, so you know, just take your time, just press down. And if anyone's new to stamping, don't forget, sometimes you have to leave it a second and let the ink transfer off the stamp onto the card. That's how it actually works. Sometimes people lift it off too early and the ink doesn't transfer, so that is probably why you don't get a good print the first time. But that's brilliant. I mean, I could carry on and emboss that. I want to make it a little bit darker because I'm going to clear emboss this. So just a little bit more ink over the top. Just light press down. Lift it off and we've got an absolutely gorgeous print there. So I shall emboss this now with clear embossing powder. You can use black. The reason I use clear is because if you're creating a project, sometimes when you're creating projects, you get that if you're using black, you're going to get black speckles. I don't want to do that this time, so I'm going to use clear so that even if I do emboss it and I get some speckles, they're going to end up clear. You're not going to see anything anyway. So let me just pour some powder on that. Now this is clear embossing powder. I might use some white later on, so there is a difference. Try not to get them mixed up. That's a good idea.
You were saying the clear is pretty much your favourite, isn't it, Mark?
Yeah, I use clear on most things because although it's, you know, for anyone starting out, if they, you know, normally people starting out, they decide, oh, what colour should I get to start off with? I would always go for the first colour being clear because you can see whatever colour ink you have, you can see through with clear and it'll still come out the same colour. So when I heat this up now, you'll see. You can heat from the top, but I prefer to heat from the bottom only because you get a slightly smoother finish to it. You don't have to. It's a little bit more, not hard to do, but you just have to be a little bit more careful that you don't burn your fingers because obviously you heat them from behind and you can't see where you're placing the heat tool.
Right,
so
okay.
After a little bit more practice, you can do it this way. But if you're starting out, I would do it from the top. So as you can see now, we're just heating that and it's just changing to black.
I mean, they're already particularly clear when they're stamped out first time, but when you heat emboss, it seems to it's like it goes from standard definition to high definition, isn't it, with the heat embossing?
And it's good because obviously when you're embossing it, you're getting a slightly raised look on it as well. So it's good if you want to put watercolors or any of your Spectrum Noir pens through that. And talking about pens, I mean, you could quite easily now, use your tri-blend pens and colour this up beautifully. The other way of doing it, which I will show you now, is I'll take a colour. I think we'll try a blue. This is a broken china colour. Just use your blending tool, sorry, and we will just start to go around there like so, and just gently blend out those colours. And this is a fun thing to do. It's not difficult at all. Anybody can do this. So and this is how you get that kind of more of a three-dimensional, a little bit more blended in the centre there, just to give it like a faux, what do you call that when it blends out? I can't remember what you call that, but ombre. Sorry,
hey, ombre.
Helen's shouting from the wings there, saying ombre, Mark, ombre. So, and that's how you get that gorgeous colour.
Beautiful.
Isn't that nice?
It looks quite steampunky, doesn't it, like that?
It could be steampunky.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got those ink splatters, but it's kind of like, it's more of a kind of natural, kind of hand-drawn kind of look to it, and I do like that. Now, let's put this to one side. What I've already done is, I've already stamped a few more flowers, and I've just cut them out, so just to save a little bit of time. So we've got the same thing there, but 3 flowers, and look how beautiful they look. One of the other thing I wanted to show you was that, do you see in the center of the flowers there, it's like a bleached look, really easy to do. Now, either you can use your white pen, or you could maybe use like a baby wipe, or a piece of kitchen towel and paper, and all you would do is just go in the center, just rub that off, rub some of the color away there, and you're going to give that kind of like three-dimensional look to the flower.
Oh, nice.
So, I mean, that's a nice little technique. It gives it like the highlight to your flower. So the next thing I want to do is I put this to one side. And what we'll do is, now I've already got a background, and basically all I've done is I've created a wash. I've just smeared some Distress Oxide inks. So you've got some purple there, and you've got some broken china colour. Again, easy to do. Now, when we were talking about the frame fibres, I thought about these things afterwards, and it's typical, isn't it? You think about ideas that you could do. I mean, the broken mesh, for instance, I mean, that's great. It could be trellis for your flowers, like we were talking about. But look, for a mail kind of card, it's like rusty. But when we're talking about the frame fibres, I mean, whether we've got to do something more, if you had delicate flowers, that would look brilliant together as well. So you could put the flowers there over the top of that.
Perfect.
Or possibly you can even, if you stamped it, if you do it in die cut it out of green card, these could be like flowers slotted into your frame fibre as well. And that's another great, you think of these things after you've prepped your demonstrations as well. Yeah. So sometimes you go, oh, okay, next time. So that's what I will do next time. So that just gives you more ideas. I mean, don't forget, this could be waves as well, so if it's in blue. But we'll pass that for a moment, and we'll create a little card here. So I'm just going to get my Crafter's Companion tape.
I'm just going to find out from Georgina how we're doing on the stock of those dies. Oh, just have a look. It's touch and go if they are still in stock. If they're in your basket, any of the 3 dies that we had on the show, you really must check them out immediately, or you will lose out on them. They are going to go very, very soon.
They've always been popular. So we really didn't even have a chance last time when we had them in to actually show them off, because they just sold out instantly. Surprised ourselves as well, to be quite honest with you. So the next thing I'll do is I'm going to take one of the sentiments from that set, which is Hello Sunshine, which I actually love that sentiment. And do you know what I like to do lately? It's one of my new things, and I just can't stop doing it, is stamping my sentiments in white, embossed, and emboss them, and then just on black card. And
really quite effective, isn't it?
Yeah, it just makes everything else really stand out. So we have a lovely sentiment, Hello Sunshine, there. And I think we'll lay up these flowers in some kind of order. I think we'll have maybe the blue one down here. So I'll get some of my Collal glue. And did you say this is what Craig does this as well?
Yeah, he uses his pokey tool and flicks it off like that. I guess it's just about finding whatever works best for you, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I know it comes with syringes and you can use them as well, but you know.
Our Debbie uses a syringe, I think, don't you, Debbie?
Do you?
She does. She is our chunky glue ambassador, Debbie. She's queen of the chunky glue.
So, do you know, I think I've got to stick that flower somewhere around about there. I sometimes like it coming off the on the edge of the black frame as well, so that gives it more dimension as well. I think we'll stick that, stick the next one on. And again, you can imagine combining, you know, whatever colour you want to make these flowers as well, which looks amazing. I think we'll have that one. It's just whatever you would you call this a clean and simple? I kind of call it clean and simple, but I think it's kind of grungy clean and simple as well. So, but this is something that most people could achieve, and I like to show things that, you know, everyone can do this at home, and it's not complicated at all.
Yeah, I mean, very achievable, as you say. And also, I guess it's one of those things you can put less of these on, you can put more of these on. If you want to make this a larger project or a smaller project, it's something that you can customise and, you know, play around with. Maybe bring your own colours in and theme it exactly how you like it.
Yeah. So, I think this card is probably near enough done. Do I see what I could do? Do I want to add on anything else? That is the question. I tell you what I could do is I've got a little bit of glitter glue here, so I might just add on. No, do you know what? How do people think? Do you reckon that's cool?
You've done that. I think it looks beautiful, personally.
You know, sometimes you add something, you go, oh, I wish I hadn't done that now. So I'm going to leave it like that.
You're going to stop there. Amazing. It's a good job you're going to stop there, because I think they're going to go any moment anyway. So, I mean, they are going super, super fast. 80% now has gone of your Summer Days collection. So remember, you're getting the Be Happy in there, and you're getting the flower in there as well. That Daisy Grunge in there, and then you're getting that stencil completely free of charge, which is excellent. Just quickly again show you some of the awesome things that have been made using this. So many beautiful samples, as always, from the team at Visible Image. And again, lots of different ways of using them, from quite grungy to very, very pretty, even to maybe cross-pollinating. See what I did there? Oh yeah, I'm bringing the two different ones in, as you can see there. And the bee, of course, so cool. Whether you're keeping it quite true to nature, whether you are getting it really colourful, I love that particular one. I think there's so much dimension and interest going on in that particular one just there. But 80% of the stock has gone. It doesn't take into account everyone that's currently got it sat in their basket over on the website at the moment, so it is going to go very quickly. We're next going to have a little look at this one here, which is Beach Days. 2/3 of this is now gone, so you've got Ride the Waves in here, and you've also got At the Beach, and then you're going to get that really cute stencil included totally free of charge as well. Let me share with you some of the cool stuff that's been made using this. I think that is so awesome. Just as maybe that could be a little door hanging, a little wall plaque, something like that. This is a super cute one as well. A little baby card there. I love this. I think just the shells there, a very simple but incredibly effective one. And then this one is also amazing, that's been done here on a piece of canvas with lots of different effects going on in there, but it just shows you the two ends of the spectrum that you can really achieve with these. And that's the great thing about a stamp, isn't it? You can take it in so many different directions. I absolutely love this. This frame is super cool as well. Absolutely awesome. This one too, really cool. And again, I must show you this one, because this is on, I was blown away by this earlier. It's on a piece of cardboard. What a way to upcycle a piece of packaging. A little sand between your toes always takes away your woes, and life is better at the beach. It really is. Very busy on that collection. You guys love it. 19 stamps and the 6x6 stencil there. 2/3 of the stock of that one has gone. I'll just quickly remind you as well of the celebrations, because it is busy again. They're over half gone. Afternoon tea and anyone for bubbles are those two there. And again, a few of the different ways in which you can use them. Just to let you know, final call on the dies as well. I'll just grab the boards for you just so you can see. But if they are in your basket, 2 of these, we have more people trying to get hold of them than we have stock available. So if they're in your basket, you must check them out. They're all limited. You've got the broken mesh, the frame fibres, and also the torn fishnet as well. All of them $15.99 or $23.19. Right, we're going to go back to Mark. What would you like to share with us next, Mark?
Well, we're going to go for something to do with the waves. Ride the waves. We're going to use.
Amazing.
This one now is going to be. It's going to be very arty. So. You'll have to bear with me whilst I try and create something relatively cool. hopefully it'll work. Otherwise, I'll have a backup. But we're going to create something and show you how good this set really is, especially when you're creating anything with water, whether it be at the beach or just anywhere really. It's great to have, instead of you maybe using like a white pen on a piece of blue background, this will give you that more realistic look. So I will try and create something for you now that looks rather kind of summer and sunsetty. So we'll start off with some colours. Again, I'm just blending through. Again, you don't have to be the brilliant person or the best at blending. This will kind of like, it'll work in most cases. So I try and let people know that, watching me do something like this, you can achieve exactly the same kind of look as well. So I'm just going through with a couple of different colours here, just to create that kind of sunsetty look as well that you want to go for. So we're just going through with some mustard seed, carved pumpkin. We're going to have a little bit of picked raspberry as well. I love the colour names of these inks as well. It must be really hard coming up with the names for colours. A little bit of. I like that one. That sounds good.
That's a really cute one, that last one.
Abandoned coral. I like the sound of that one as well.
Of what coral now?
Abandoned coral, I think it's called.
Abandoned coral,
yeah,
wow.
I know. It's really funky, isn't it?
The names are super funky, aren't they, on these?
Yeah. So we're going through now. This one's called Wilted Violet.
Wow. It makes such a colourful. They blend together really, really well, though. Well, we have lots of the Distress Oxide inks over on our over on the website. You'll find them. There's lots of them over there if you want to go and check those out. I guess you could use something like your water reactives as well if you wanted to achieve this as well. I guess you'll just use whatever ink pads you've got. Whatever ones you've got to hand are the handiest ones, aren't they?
Yeah, especially the any water-based inks. If you don't have to actually have this brand, but yes, anything that's reactive with water, they all blend really well as well. So we're going to go back through with a few of the colours. I think a little bit more orange there. That sky.
There's so much love coming in for all of the products. Gilmore says, hello Mark, we are in awe of your talent. What a nice comment.
Well, that's the first time I've ever had that said.
Have you?
Thank you anyway. Right, the next thing you do is, see, I've covered up partial of this with post-it notes. Now these are just transparent post-it notes. If you've just got normal post-it notes, it works just as well. So just to take that off a second. And the next thing I'm going to do is, what am I going to do next? I will do is some more colour below here as well. So, and typical in the reality, we get a little bit of ink there. That's fine though. We'll live with that. Again, this is reality for you as well. I'm sure I can cover that with what I'm going to do. So once you've created, see, I'm starting to create a little bit of a sunset here as well. So now what I've got now is you create yourself a paper mask using, this is the Crafter's Companion, or what do you call this? I don't know what you call this. It's like a mask. Do you call them masks?
Oh.
It's like sticky paper stuff that you...
Okay.
I don't remember. Masking sheets. Masking sheet, that's what it's called. So I'm going to place a masking sheet 50% over where my horizon was. Just stick over there. And then what you want to do is go back over the sunset, just to brighten that up. Because when you create a sunset, what you don't want is the really harsh line that you would have of the mask that you've just put on.
Right.
So you kind of blend that in, and you should have something that looks sunny-ish. Let's just take that off again there. So
that's really clever.
So we start to see that now as well, don't we? So the next thing I'm going to do is, all I'm going to do is go underneath now with some of the colours. And we're just going to go through a few of the colours that I've actually already used, but it's obviously going to be more bluer at the bottom because obviously it's going to be the water.
This is such an impressive background.
Do you think?
Yeah, I'm loving this.
We'll see if it actually works. We'll see now.
Lots of you chatting away still. Love the design, says Mary. Robbie saying, I love the feet. She obviously talking about the stencil which comes for free in this collection. Terrific cards, all of them. Robbie says, loving the daisy. Diet saying, great tip on the baby wipe a moment ago as well. Robbie just says, I want it all of it, please. Diet says, oh my gosh, so beautiful as well. Gilmore saying, amazing demos. We need our own craft alongs with visible image. Oh, that could be a good
That sounds
shout.
like a good idea, doesn't it?
Yeah, and Diaz says, oh, they're dies to visible image stamps. Some of them there are, yes, not today, not on this range. But there are dies which will go beautifully with them. I'm not sure how we're doing on the dies. I'm going to ask Georgina. They're hanging on by a thread. There's like 3 of one, 6 of another, 5 of another one. So, yep, hanging by a strand of fishnet apparently.
Whoa.
There you are. Sounds ominous, doesn't it?
So we're getting somewhere now with something that half resembles a kind of sunset. But we're missing the important part now, aren't we? We're missing the important things. Let's just take that off. We are missing the waves. So we need to put the waves on. What I need to do next is I just need to just dry this a little bit because obviously this is wet ink, and if I put white embossing powder on there, it'll stick to everything, and you don't want that. So I'm just going to quickly dry this.
Any questions you've got about anything that you want me to shoot over to Mark, get them into me, Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you are across on YouTube. Remember, there's another brilliant show coming out for you a little later today here on Crafters TV as well. We will be back at 6 p.m, of course, which is 1 p.m. East Coast, 10 a.m. West Coast, with Creative Cravings and another instalment. Well, if we have any stock left, who knows, maybe touch and go at the moment as to whether or what we have left. It's a little bit hard to say at the moment what we'll be back with, but hopefully Mark will be with us again for another hour of Visible Image a little bit later this evening, which will be wonderful.
So, okay, what I'll do next is, that's a good point. I'll tell you what we'll do. I will try and cover myself, just in case a little bit of it's still wet, the ink, is I've got an anti-static pad, so hopefully the anything else won't stick to it. And I shall now cover it back up again, the top half, whilst I stamp the waves. So I'm just covering that up again. That's another reason, is that hopefully the white embossing powder won't stick to the top half anyway, so that should be good. I'll just get my stamping platform out. No, I won't. I'll use it. Old school, we're going old school, using my mat, which Helen bought me, which is a great little mat as well. So especially I'm using a large stamp. What I need to do is we're using Versamark and white embossing powder this time. So let me just put my clear away because I'm prone to put the clear into the white and vice versa. We don't want to do that.
You've got a very clean, clear ink pad, Mark. I've seen a lot of clear ink pads over the years. Some of them absolutely filthy. You should ask Debby Robinson to see hers. Is she still in the shoot? No.
Do you know what? Sometimes it's good to have a dirty Versamark pad, because sometimes when you're stamping, you can actually see the colour or see part of the imprint. So, good impression of this, and this is a great. The waves are really cool, and I've got to admit, I didn't design the waves. Do you know who did? My mother-in-law.
Oh, really?
Jennifer. She's a very talented artist in her own right.
Right.
And she actually she painted some waves, and Helen took a snap and said, look, why don't you do something a bit like that? And so I basically just turned it into an image, and that's where we are now.
Oh, there we are.
So yeah, she's famous. So press down nice and hard on there to just make sure you get it all. And as again, this is repeatable. So if you're using a slimmer line card, that's great because you've got one image there. But if you're using a wider card like I'm, a square one, you'll want to obviously pattern match it up as best you can. So just thinking up, and I'm just going to try and see where I stamped before. We'll try and remember where I stamped, just to try and see. I can't even see that there, so I'm just trying to, I'll go by eye. Hopefully we'll get it. We'll see now. If it works, brilliantly. So we'll see now. Now,
Oh, fabulous. It's going to be like a magic reveal, this, because I can't see from over here, I can't see.
Yeah, it'll be
at
a
all.
magic reveal if it is magical and it does reveal itself. So we'll see now. It's gone very quiet now because I'm like, is it going to work or isn't it?
It's gone very quiet, isn't it?
Yeah, too quiet. I've got a backup for one that I did do and it did work. So I've only ever tried to do this once before, you know. So let me just put that there. I'm hiding it. Maybe I don't want to show everybody. We'll see now. Let me just put this down.
Oh, excellent.
So I'll heat from below so you can see it appear.
Getting very busy now on this particular collection too. It's the Beach Days collection. Remember, you're getting the 2 different stamp sets in there, Ride the Waves and At the Beach, and you'll get the 6x6 stencil for free in that collection too. Under £20 if you're a Platinum member, under $28. So brilliant, brilliant value across, as it has been across all of the visible image items that you've seen today. I must say again, if you have any of those dies in your basket, you need to check them out. They're about to go at any moment. So if you want to definitely get your hands on them, it's time to check them out right now. That's amazing.
So let's take this off and see whether we've got anything that kind of resembles the kind of sunset, that I was looking for.
How cool is that? That's amazing.
So that's similar to what I created. Maybe not quite as good as the first time, but hey, this is live TV for you. That's great. So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to stick this to a piece of card, and we'll add on some extra elements from that set. This is why you see how lovely those waves look. And what's good about this particular set is whether you stamp it in Versamark and white emboss it, or stamp it in blue, it works both ways. You see, reverse and negative, or positive and negative. I'll just stick this on.
Pat says the background is beautiful. Mary Pat says, I'm loving this demo. Dieta, this is a great tutorial. It really, really is. Remember as well, if you're going for these items, you will be able to come back and watch all of Mark's demos today, back anytime you like over on the website. All of our shows are available to view whenever you so desire, which is always good.
So we'll stick that. Always sticking down by eye. Right, okay. So we're happy with that now. Now we'll add on. Again, even if you do get a little bit of a fingerprint, it's not the end of the world. We'll just hide that. We'll hide that, that's fine. Next, we've got some cool stamps. What I'm going to use is I'm going to stamp the Surfer, which I think is really nice. I'll tell you what I'll do first of all. Sentiment while I'm at it. Where's my glue? I keep on throwing that on the floor. Right. So we're going to have Ride the Waves. Now, in this set as well, there's got some other sentiments in there which are really cool. I'm just using this particular one because there's a surfer, so Ride the Wave seems very apt. Again, I'm doing this thing about stamping white on black card as well.
Do you go through phases?
Yeah, big time. This is my latest phase as well.
Right.
So we'll change probably in a month or so. We'll see. I think do you know what? I'm going to have the Surfer as well. I think we'll have the Surfer on there. Black, in black, I think. Again, I haven't done this before, so this is the first time I've done this. I've actually stamped this particular thing, so we'll see. I'll do that there. I think that'll look good against the sunset. So I'll put the Surfer, yeah, to the decisions. I think slightly off from the sun there. That's quite cool.
Amazing.
And we'll also add in We've got some lovely birds in the set as well, which look great. So I think we'll just put a few birds there as well, just off there in the sun. There.
That's really cool.
So I think we're pretty much done on that demonstration. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it looks amazing. Really, really awesome. What a great set of techniques. Maybe demo the show, George is saying. Gorgeous George with the joystick in there is saying, we shall say. You get George's vote, Mark. There you
Thank
are.
you.
It's not George's vote that counts, I'm afraid. In fact, his vote doesn't count. He's not allowed to vote. But anyway, it's nice to have the support. Remember, if you want to go for these, you can right now. So you're getting the Ride the Waves at the beach, and you're getting that stencil in there totally free of charge as well. $23.98 or $34.77. I need to let you know, there we are, that this one here, Summer Days, it's limited stock. If it is in your basket, you need to make sure you are checking it out, or you are going to miss out. Talking of missing out, I need to let you know that I've got some sellouts to tell you about. The mesh, the broken mesh, it's sold out and gone. Congratulations if you've got a hold of that. The torn fishnet has also sold out and gone. Congratulations. Framed fibres, there are 2 left to check out. 2 left. So if you've got those in your basket, then you really need to make sure you are checking those out. In fact, do you know what? We still have the beach days and celebrations still available for you, but we need to give you an opportunity to check out, because so many of you have got the summer days and also the 2 beach themed ones in your basket that we're kind of a bit unsure of how much stock we actually have available. It's really, really busy over on the website at the moment. So going to give you an opportunity to check out, and then on the other side of this, we'll come back and get some more fabulous demonstrations with Mark.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafty must-haves in a flash. Take all the hard work out of patchwork with the Gemini Build-A-Block Patchwork System. This innovative collection of multimedia dies allows you to create patchwork blocks with ease and total accuracy. This set includes 18 dies to cut a range of shapes and sizes for patchwork or quilting projects. They can cut multiple layers of fabric at once. They include an accurate 1/4-inch seam allowance, plus all of your pieces are cut exactly the same size every time. Follow your own creative inspiration or look through the 20 patterns laid out in the guide. Not enough? There's an additional 60 patterns online. And right now, we have amazing offers on the Gemini Build-A-Block Patchwork System. Quick Buy, get yours now. Quick Buy, all your crafty must-haves in a flash. Put away your tape measure and fabric scissors. The Threader's Fabric Cutter offers accuracy and precision with every cut. This handy tool slices through fabric in a guillotine style. Its ergonomic design features a comfortable and protective handle, so it's safe and easy to use whether you're right or left-handed. Its 45mm rotary blade will cut up to 6 layers of fabric at a time, so your sewing, quilting, and upholstery project times are cut down to size. It's equipped with a measuring guide in metric and imperial for a perfectly accurate cut every time. The built-in grid ruler has 30°, 45°, and 60° angle lines, so you can cut fabric on any angle, including the bias. Quick Buy, All your crafting must-haves in a flash.
So busy on everything visible image. I also, remember this is part of launch party, so I do want to remind you about our launch that we had 2 hours of. You can go back, as soon as this show ends, you'll be able to go back and watch the 2 full hours of demonstrations that Debby Robinson shared with us on this particular product. It's a Decorative Gatefold die collection with 48 dies. Now, some really gorgeous designs in here. The great thing about them is they're so cleverly designed, so you have the different sort of gatefold closing on each one of them, but then you have the different panels too. So 2 different panels, whether you want to have one of each or have 2 of the same, it's completely up to you. You've got lots of different designs. You've got floral swirls, that first one there. This is your floral meadow. Then you've got the lace and scroll there. This one here is your opulent botanicals. And then we also have the classic lace there for you too. $74.95 or $99.75. is the price on those. Under £60 or $80 if you want to get a hold of those as a platinum member. We are going to go back and we're going to have another look at this, the Celebrations collection from Visible Image. 2 really cute designs in here of your stamps. You've got anyone for bubbles here. You've got, of course, the champagne bottle, the glass, the spray there too, and some sentiments in there, and the afternoon tea. And of course, it's coming with that stencil included there for you as well. I love the samples that have been created with this. I think they are so cool. And just gives you an idea of the cross section of different things that you are able to achieve with these, which is brilliant. You deserve cake. I do deserve cake. You are right. And I absolutely love that one there. And also the champagne. We're going to have a demonstration on that in a moment, but I do need to let you know before then that the framed fibres has sold out. So all 3 of those dies have now gone. Congratulations if you got your hands on those. And the Summer Days stamps are going in the same direction too. So if you have those in your baskets, please check them out. It's been a very, very busy day, Mark, isn't it? What would you like to share with us next?
Afternoon tea. Why not have some
Brilliant.
afternoon
Let's.
tea?
It's that time of the day, isn't it?
Yeah, right. Now, the afternoon tea collection, you know, you've obviously I did this one earlier on using the champagne, which I do like this, but we're going to go and we're going to think about some tea now. So we'll put that one to one side, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a background using some distress inks, blend them through, and that'll give us a nice background to create something with. I've also just covered over part of my card with some post-its, basically because I just don't want to cross-contaminate the bottom half of my card. So that's what I'm going to do. Quite easy to do this. Just using a couple of colours. We're using broken china, and we're also using some picked raspberry.
Oh, nice.
Or pickled raspberry, as lots of people call it.
Pickled raspberry,
I know,
but it's picked.
I know. It's one of those kind of dyslexic things where people, you know.
I guess it's only one letter out,
I used to call it pickled raspberry. Until, you know, sometimes you look at something and you swear it's pickled raspberry and it's not.
I think you can pickle a raspberry. I don't think there's anything you can't pickle, is there? Or do you just put it in vinegar for a little while and then it's pickled?
Do you know what my favourite pickle thing is? An egg.
Pickled egg? Oh, I love a pickled egg.
Helen hates it, but I do like a pickled egg.
Keep them in the fridge in a jar. If you've been out, maybe had a couple of beers down the pub and you get back late at night, nothing better than fishing a couple of pickled eggs out of the jar. Oh, delicious.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you know, you got to like it.
It's definitely an acquired taste, isn't it? Do you love a pickled gherkin as well, though?
I do like gherkins, yeah. I don't have them very often, but I don't even have pickled eggs very often. I think it's probably banned from the house.
We'll have to bring you in a jar next time we know you're coming in. Get you one of those sort of big catering ones for the fish and chip shop.
Oh. Do you know what? I actually bought one of those when I was a lot younger. I did buy one when I had that pickled egg phase that you had, or when you find something new. But I think you can overdo it a bit as well.
Yeah, no, they are delicious. Yeah, I don't know how we got from raspberries to pickled eggs, but we did get there.
Quite easily. Okay, so again, just blending through a couple of colours there. Just create your kind of background. Again, this is the fun thing to do, and you know, I do like my messy crafting where you're spraying inks and things as well. But, you know, now and again, it's nice to go back to something a bit more just laid back. I say laid back, it's just a bit more cooler, you know, just a bit different. Sometimes you get bits from your sponges, but that's fine. So we've created a bit of a background here. And I'm just going to peel that off.
There's a lot of very sick faces, like, you know, the sort of green emoji faces in the comments. Now we're talking about pickled eggs.
I don't think it's an American, you know, I wouldn't have thought it'd been an American thing, that's for sure. So,
No, maybe, yeah, I don't know.
So we've got a nice background here. Now on the foreground, I'll tell you what we'll do next is I'm going to stamp a few items from that set. So the things I want to stamp is, I think I'll stamp the teacup, just to show you what I would do with the teacup. So we'll get some black ink and I will quickly just stamp one up. I have got a few that I've already pre-stamped and cut out, but I will show you how I would colour this in. There are lots of variations and ways you can do this. What I like to do is, one of the things I do like let me just bring that to me. One of the things I do like to do is, in the set as well, you've got like little flowers, and you can decorate these cups and the teapot as well with the flowers. So you get completely your own china set, basically, which is really cool. So let me just heat emboss this.
Fabulous. Lots of you still chatting away. Tom McConnell says, love, love, love the new collection. The demos are awesome as always. Mary Reiner says, really love this stamp set. When you did the daisy, did you fussy cut it or die cut it? You fussy cut it, didn't you?
It took me about a couple of minutes just to cut it out. Yeah,
brilliant.
You don't have to. You could, you know, if you want to do it another way, is you could use, you know, create your own mask and then just stamp straight onto your card and just have it one layer, which is cool enough in its own right. There's no right or wrong way of doing it. I did fussy cut it out, but you know, it's the kind of thing that you like to do when you're watching TV or, you know, just having a bit of fun with your friends. Maybe you wouldn't be cutting out, but hey, I do.
Pickled eggs are a thing in Montana, apparently, Mark.
Really?
Yeah, Mary Pat says, pickled eggs are an American thing in Montana. Gilmore says, I've always wanted to try pickled egg. Joe, we have them here in the US too.
Oh, wow.
There you are.
Oh, that's good to hear, if I ever go. So I'm just using one of the Spectrum Noir Tri-Blend pens because it's one of my pens of choice. Basically, you know what it's like when sometimes you don't have enough room or you just really can't be rooting for all the colours that you want. 3 pens in one is great, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely is. And yeah, as you said, not having to search through to find the 3 pens that you need. They're all there. Is great. You'll find the full range of tri-blends over on our website, so do go and look at them. I also thought, Patty said, I also thought it was pickled raspberry at first glance. I thought, yuck, why would anyone want that? Definitely vomit face emoji on pickled eggs for me, though, she says. Well. I think we're in the minority, Mark.
It depends if anyone's actually ever tasted them. Maybe it's a thought. I don't know.
Yeah. So they are very sharp, but
I quite like them. It's like, you know, you can get pickled onions that are like, there's like spicy versions of pickled onions.
You?
Yeah, there's like, they're like very spicy ones, so hot or cool, I don't know what you call them, but yeah, good for Christmas. If you like pickled onions.
Very good for you, apparently, as well.
What, pickled onions?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they are. I thought like anything that's fermented or pickled, I thought was generally regarded to be quite good for you.
I'm not sure whether it's good for you or it just lasts longer, I suppose, because it's pickled, but I'm not sure. So again, now Leanne will probably look at me and go, "Oh, that's not how you colour in a cup." I know, Leanne. I just do it my way. There's no, you know. I know there's lots of videos, especially Crafter's Companion have done so many tutorials on colouring in. I'm not going to admit that I'm the best person who colours in. I just do it my way.
That looks great.
So not quite finished yet. Well, the other thing I would probably do is just add. I quite often add a little bit of highlight to my teapots and things. So maybe use a white pen on it. Just kind of go around there. Just add on a little bit of detail that you want on your cup. I mean, you could stamp one of the flowers like I've said before, but you know, I probably wouldn't do that today. So what I want to do is, I want to jump to some of the ones that I've already cut out, because I have done. Just quick, and I've actually cut off the top of that, and there's a reason for that, so I'll show you exactly why I've done that next. So I'm going to bring in my background, and I've stamped the teapot, which is lovely as well, and the cup, and I've got a nice little sentiment as well. Oh, and the most important thing, I know you wanted some.
we need the cake.
I know you wanted some cake there. How is that? How cool is that for a cake?
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
And you know, for the cream, I don't know whether you can zoom in on that close or not.
Oh, has it got texture on it?
Yeah,
Ah,
you've
yeah.
got like, yeah, it looks like kind of like cream. So that is basically like a texture paste, kind of foamy stuff, which you can get. But you could use normal texture paste. Again,
Fabulous.
Just makes
Really
it look
cool.
more realistic, and I think that's really cool as well. So the next thing I've got to do is, the only thing I've got to work out is to where to put a couple of items. So the first thing I want to do is, now, this white space, this is my tablecloth. So I'm going to create a scene here where we've got the teacup, we maybe have the teapot, we're going to have the sentiment possibly, and we'll also have cake, obviously. Got to have some cake. But the next thing I want to do is just work out where I'm going to, because I've got a lovely splash for my tea there.
Oh, perfect.
So I'm just going to work out where to stamp that, and I'll stamp that next. So I'm going to use a brown ink for tea, obviously. Do you know what I nearly did there? I nearly turned over my block and stamped the block and not the stamp. That's a first. Probably won't be a last. So
How yummy does that slice of cake look, says Gilmore. It really does. I could do with that slice of cake right now.
So I think
Did you manage to resist the rocky road in the cafe today?
Do you know what? Shall I tell the truth?
Yeah.
I did.
Did you?
But I know somebody who didn't.
Oh, me?
No, Helen.
Someone else?
Did you have
Oh,
one as well?
It was good, Helen, wasn't it? Oh, excellent. Worth
So,
every single calorie, I would
look,
say.
Now you can see how cool that's going to be there like that, isn't it? The cup of tea. But the other thing I want to do is we also have a gorgeous pouring for the tea from the teapot. So I'm just working out exactly where I'm going to pour that into there. So just working out my positioning. This is a thing that you normally do, and it's hard to do so I'm going to kind of work out where it's going to go. It's going to have to go somewhere like that. We'll go with that. Again, I haven't planned this. This is kind of, we've already gone off piste a long time ago.
Oh,
so
have we?
Yeah. I'm just kind of going with it. So I think we'll stamp that somewhere like that. So I'm going to stick that on. Once I know where things are definitely going to go, I'll stick them down. So there's my glue. Oh, I'll tell you what we'll do. I need to stick it to a card blank, don't I? Because that's a good idea to start off with. So I'll do that first. So move these out of the way. And luckily, I made things a bit easier.
If you want that Summer Days collection, I must warn you, it is going to go. Please, if it's in your basket, check it out. How are we doing on the stock, Georgina? Oh, it's limited stock.
Whoa.
Limited stock.
Now, this is the fun part where you can create your own background. You can create your own. We've got the little flowers there, which we can create our own. Do you know what? Maybe I should do that afterwards. We'll see now. See how much time I have left. So I'm just going to stick that. Do you see how that tea looks really cool like that? We'll have the teapot as well. So just glue that on. I like this, is, you know, when things come together and they all just, you know, you create all the work to start off with and you're not sure exactly how it's going to end up.
I think it's going to be fabulous.
So and I like the teapot. A little bit of highlight there with the white pen there, makes all the difference. So we've got that lovely teapot there. Got to have a cake, haven't you?
Always.
My mother-in-law, Jen, she makes the most amazing sponge cakes. Oh,
What's your favourite of her sponge cakes, Mark?
any sponge cake. I'm not keen on chocolate cake, but any kind of like Victoria sponge or anything like that.
Oh,
that's
Georgina's
definitely me.
favourite is a Victoria sponge. But Christina in the canteen here makes a particularly good coffee and walnut cake, which takes some beating.
Do you know what? She makes some amazing anything, really.
She really does.
She really does. She's amazing.
She is utterly fabulous. She really is.
She should open up in the evenings.
She could. I think she could have a little fine dining restaurant going off in the in the corner of the studios.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be a good idea? So I think, do you know
Amazing.
what? How's that looking so far?
Absolutely awesome.
There's probably one other thing I've probably got to do next is, Helen's probably thinking to me, oh, he hasn't done it. I know I haven't done it, I'm sorry, I forgot.
What
is
you
right,
forgotten, Mark?
is I'm going to stamp a few flowers, like decorate the tablecloth. So we should have, and I think this was somebody off my design team whose idea it actually was to do it like this. So thank you for the idea. I do appreciate it. It's a homage to it. I can't do it as well, obviously, because our design team are amazing, but I do try. So we're just gonna create our own kind of tablecloth here. Stamp that one there. And of course, you could have actually, stamped these flowers onto the teapot like some of our design team have done and created their own set of china as well.
Absolutely. Pat says, I collect teapots, so I obviously had to get this set. I like that it's not cutesy. I have lots of these kind of sets, same for anything coffee related. Really, really love it, says Patty. I'm glad
thank
you're
you.
liking it, Patty. She did also say she thought pickled eggs were disgusting earlier, though, so, swings and roundabouts there, Patty.
Let me just go over that again. I've just misstamped that a little bit. That's because I've got my cake is in the way, but we'll live with that. That's
Amazing.
realism for you, see. So, and we could just possibly quickly colour that in. What colour should we go? We should go for a pink. Oops, wrong end. Colour in a couple of flowers. I'm being very quick colouring these in, excuse my, sometimes it actually looks quite good off. Okay, I think I'm just about finished here. One other colour maybe, quickly, I'll use that colour. So.
Really super awesome, that card. I love it. I love the background. Works so effective with the white line, which is creates the illusion of there being a table.
Yeah, I quite like that. Are we just about, do you know what, I'm not going to colour them all in, but you get the general idea as well.
We do get the gist.
Yeah, I think so.
Amazing.
I think that's pretty cool.
Absolutely amazing. Right, we need to get ready for a card of the show. So I'm just going to go through Debbie's first. They're not in order, but I will just I'll just pop them in some sort of order. Number 1 is this one. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Or number 6. And then you've also got 3 as well, Mark, haven't you?
Yeah,
so 7.
The gorgeous Grunge Daisy.
There's number 7.
We have Ride the Waves.
Number 8.
And we also have Everything Feels Better After a Cuppa.
Number 9 as well. Brilliant. Right, get your votes in. You haven't got long. You've only got a minute or so to get your votes placed. Let's recap firstly then the kit that we just looked at, which is this one just here. Very busy on this one now. 60% of this has already sold. Oh, we're off. 60%. George has fallen asleep on his joystick again. 60% of this one has gone. Remember some of the gorgeous things that you're going to be able to create with this. I mean, they are absolutely stunning, the projects that you are able to make. You can see some really, really cool ones. I absolutely love this one. It looks like a well-known brand of champagne, that one, doesn't it? And my favourite, I think, of all the champagnes ones are this one with this gorgeous sort of splatter background on there. $23.98, $34.77. You're buying the 2 stamp sets. You're getting the stencil free of charge. Summer Days. Final call. 96% of the stock has sold out. There are more of you with it in your basket than there is stock available. It will not be here for the final show, so please be fast if you want that one. I'm not even going to go back through that one because it will go. And then of course we have this one for you as well. You guys have loved this particular collection. It is the Beach Days collection. You've got Ride the Waves and At the Beach, and you're getting that really cute stencil included. 70% of this one has gone, an easy to see why. What an awesome collection this has been. So many different options, and I think you can really see the vast variety of different projects that you can create using these, which is amazing. Number 6 was demo of the show. There we are, 23.98, 34.77. I'm not sure if that one's going to be back here later. Demo of the show was number 6, which is that one indeed. Yes, indeedy. There you are. Mark, a pleasure as always. So much fun. So glad to have you back with us. We'll be back again with what we've got left at some point during the 6 p.m. show.
Great, thank you. See you then.
Brilliant, amazing. We'll see you then. Don't forget to check out your baskets. Remember, don't forget we've also got that gatefold collection available for you as well. We may be having another little sneaky look at that later for you in our later Creative Cravings show. So we'll be back with you 6 p.m. here in the UK, 1 p.m. on the East Coast, 10 a.m. West Coast, where we will be talking all things Creative Cravings. So maybe have a cheeky look at that. Mark will be back with us as well, so make sure you come back and join us. Then don't forget to check out your baskets, especially if you've got that Summer Days collection in there or that brand new gatefold item as well. We will see you back here in about 1 hour's time. Bye-bye.